Another veteran versus a rising young talent. Well done, gets into the pocket. Flames are shooting at the back. Big angle, he turns it up, man. These guys are going for it. That final inside clip. Working in the smoke, well done. Round of applause.
The sun is setting, and this looks like an Ansel Adams painting if I've ever seen one. Americana at its best. We are here in New England at a new track. Battle at the Springs, and we are springing forward into round two, the continuation, round two of the Link Engine Management PROSPEC Championship. 8 total rounds of the Pro Championship, 4 of the Link Engine Management PROSPEC Championship, and on Sunday we'll officially be halfway through the season of both. Again, this is the round of 16. It began yesterday, earlier today with 32. And now Corey Talaska, our points leader, winner, most recently in Atlanta, comes out again in top 16. He advances on through. What a battle we've seen. I'm Jared Deanda, joining me here in the booth, Matt Sofa. A great track. What a fun track, man. Again, just everybody's so grateful, thankful, and ready to see some more action.
Yeah, this is just on and off the track. This is just a Class A facility. I really love seeing the cars bomb around here and just the people and the audience. Yeah.
Vibe tribe, dude, and everybody's part of it. Everybody grab a knee, here's an orange slice, and here's a rock star, because you need to stay hydrated and you need to have some fun. Mr. Dmitry Brutsky, he comes on and he continues into the top 16. He is driving absolutely on point. Jerry Johnson, just saw him. What a maniac. Building that car in 30, 40 days before round one in Atlanta, and fights back. Probably the closest glancing or near, watch this killer cross out. Okay, just kidding. Well, roll the tape back, you can watch another time. But Jerry Johnson, the cat daddy, using all of his drift whiskers, and absolutely insane. So thank you so much for joining us out here in, again, we are talking about Connecticut. Are those raindrops?
I hope not.
Those are a widow raindrops right there. So why does Snoop Dogg carry an umbrella?
I bet you're going to tell me.
Drizzle. And we got a little drizzle here, but we saw it was rain and sunshine earlier, and now just a little bit of rain. Hopefully that's all we see, just an aggressive talking. You know when I talk really aggressively and I spit in your face? That's kind of what we're seeing here right now. But we're about to introduce you to our top 16 drivers ready to do action. We'll find out tonight who leads the pack coming out of our round two, again, halfway through the 2026 season. We kick things off in Long Beach with the Pro Championship, and then again, the Link Engine Management PROSPEC Championship in Atlanta. We'll continue on to Indy at a new track for us, and then we will end and culminate this season in Las Vegas. Little wind kicking up there. You can see the umbrella folks there holding them over their respective drivers. There's Jerry Johnson. Look at the flames on the suit, the flames on the car, chucking a deuce, and Mr. 97 there, that Freedom Machinery Corvette. What a weapon of mass destruction. So we'll introduce you to them in just a little bit. Wind it up as we are getting excited. And contrary to popular belief, Mr. Matthew Bystrack, not to be confused with Shelly Hansen at all. I'm going to introduce you. You don't need to wave just yet. It's not a driver intro just yet, but the driver's getting prepared, suited, and booted. Some people have never heard that term before, but we are ready to throw on. Not all heroes wear capes, but we are ready to throw down. The race data labs, the Wally being utilized as an aid, our 3 judges poised and ready to scrutinize the battles. If you could, please stand and remove your hats and pay respect to the best country in the world in my eyes. Obviously, I'm American, and a lot of y'all are. So the red, white, and blue, stand and remove your hats for the national anthem.
And you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, o'er the rampart, o'er the walls, 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 o'er the wal
Well done. Thank you so much. What a beautiful rendition from our local talent here in New England and our Stafford Speedway. Are you ready to meet your top 16 drivers? Make some noise! We kick things off with the first car parked and also leading the pack in more ways than one. All right, we start from the back of the pack and we'll work our way to the front. There he is. I said his name incorrectly, but you cannot miss him in a crowd. That big ball of meat right there. Make some noise for the Mustang pilot, Mr. Matthew Bystrak. This gentleman coming to us, another Northeast driver, that field suspension S15. He's not in the booth, he's down on the track, Mr. Sean Booth. Definitely not driving a diesel, but he is rolling coal. That M-Spec Race to Reef S chassis. It is, nope, just kidding. He is here from the Northeast. He's never settled on the BMW, Dmitry Brutsky. And now this gentleman going from the water to the track, Race to Reef M-Spec S chassis. It's not a diesel, but he is rolling coal. Casey Cole. Another S chassis for your diet. Red, black, and yellow Popeye energy drink vehicle. Make some noise for Tyler Mayer. Feeling comfortable on the track, soft-spoken, but carries some big angle in his Nissan 350Z. It's Nick Jimenez. All right, another Mustang here, flying that blue oval flag, shaking out that mullet. Make some noise. It is Chris Leonard. Originally from Pocatello, Idaho, and that I Love Boobies Team Hansen S chassis hard candy. It is Shelly Hansen. Award for driver that comes the furthest, all the way from South Africa. Non-stop tuning convertible Ford Mustang. It is Jason Webb. Man, it's either S chassis or Nissans out here. But next up, another Mustang. You can see him right there, that Maryland Performance vehicle. He is Adam Heichman. You could definitely pick this next gentleman out of a crowd. The Cat Daddy celebrating all things feline. Number 97. He is on fire, literally, figuratively. It is J2. It is Jerry Johnson. Coming us from Brainerd, Minnesota, owner of the Brainerd International Raceway and his whole family, repping the GT Radial, of course. All of them are on Link Engine Management vehicle in the all-new Z, the Young Buck, Mr. Aiden Copham. Got him.
Let's go.
All the way from Las Vegas, the youngest driver in the field. He is out there in that Optima Batteries BMW from Las Vegas, Cameron Sorensen. All right, you can see it right there, Mr. No Sympathy. He's fighting, he's ready, he's stretching. Stretch it out there, Mr. Braden Lawns. Working our way to the front, the Fitment Industries Black Rifle G-Technique BMW, another female in the mix. It is Colette Davis. And last but definitely not least, the winner at round 1 of 4 of our Link Engine Management PROSPEC Championship in that Fuel Lab Yellow Speed Racing BMW, current points leader, Corey Talaska. They're your top 16 drivers and their respected pilots behind the wheel of their WMDs, Weapons of Mass Destruction, TGIFD. Thank goodness it's Formula Drift, and we are about to send them to the start line for our battles. What a day and weekend it has been, and it continues again tomorrow with our Pro Championship. Thank you so much for joining us here. I'm Jared Deenda. Joining me in the booth is Matt Sopa, and we'll bring in Lorette Nickel with all the heat down on the ground, all the dirtiness, everything that's going down, throwing that mic in their face and finding out when we get competition timeouts and all of it. Let's take a look at our top 16 bracket. Again, what a beautiful backdrop. The sun is setting, just that beautiful glow of the sun. Oh man, this has been absolutely awesome day. Looking forward to wash, rinse, and repeat. Taking a look at it, Corey Talaska and Braden Lawns. You got Nick Jimenez versus Aiden Copham. Jerry Johnson, Matthew Bystrak, Cameron Sorensen versus Casey Cole.
Yeah, on the right side of the bracket, Jerry, we got Jason Webb and Colette Davis, followed by Tyler Mayer and Adam Heichman. After those guys are going to go with Dimitri Brutsky against Chris Leonard, and rounding up our top 16 will be none other than Shelly Hansen and Sean Booth.
All of them really, really good battles.
I like it all.
It's all really good. I think Lawns has a big, hefty battle there against Alaska. A lot of momentum. He is definitely chilling right there. Again, Aiden Copham, he is feeling the flow. Nick Jimenez, in order to go past Aiden, he really needs to step up his game from what we saw earlier. Jerry Johnson, I talked about it earlier. We'll see if he can stand or drift and deliver going against Bystrak. That is yeah, that's going to be fun. Cameron Sorensen, that young buck going against Casey Cole. And then, you know, talking to Jason Webb earlier, he says, you know, hopefully I don't jump in my car and unfortunately something goes south, right? Jason Webb, he'll be going against Colette Davis. You know, I got to say, again, Jason Webb, love his energy. Second place at his first ever.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that was amazing. I'm Jared Deenda. This is Matt Sopa. So thank you so much for joining us here. Again, 4 years up here in the booth, and you're going to be down on the line.
Yeah, I get to party everywhere.
You get to party.
Yeah.
It's all about perspective, man. I've been up here in the booth for 23 years, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Thank you so much to you, the fans, for tuning in. Tune in on the Racer Network for every round of Formula Drift competition. And this is our second stop. Atlanta was our first stop. The iconic bad day to be a hot dog, says Jerry Johnson. He is that glizzy guzzler, bro. I don't know if you've seen him eat hot dog. Don't confuse your fingers for a hot dog, because he could definitely house them. But again, it was definitely an all Corey Talaska show. Jerry Johnson tried to twist the screws on him, but Talaska fought back, and it was Talaska, Webb, and Brutsky on the podium at the end of the night at the iconic Road Atlanta. The horseshoe, the keyhole, and it was Corey Talaska who opened the door for a 2026 Link Engine Management PROSPEC Championship. And talking about those standings, this is where they are currently after 32, and Talaska continues his success. I got obviously 1 through 5 right there. Jerry Johnson just outside. Lawns sitting there in 6th. Cameron Sorensen, Magmami. Sam knocked out. I said, what happened at the autograph signing? He's like, I messed up. Like,
so
just
simple.
It's just that simple. But all these names are still in it to win it, and we are ready to throw them to the start line. When we come back, come on, break out the birthday cake, because we're about to blow out the candles here at round 2 of the Link Engine Management PROSPEC Championship in Stafford, Connecticut at Stafford Speedway. This is the Battle of the Springs. Don't go anywhere. We begin when we come back.
Adam LZ here to tell you that Motorsports has taken me just about everywhere. And no matter the scenario, Link ECU is the answer. The flexibility Link gives me for drifting, the precision I need on track, the durability to handle off the track, and the reliability you want in a daily driver. Even when pushing an entire motorsport to a bigger level, Link ECU has been with me every step of the way.
BC forged wheels. Custom built per order, offering extensive design, finish, and machining options. Strength, style, and precision come standard. Track proven, street ready. BC Forged, proud sponsor of Formula Drift 2026.
Need a little help? O'Reilly Auto Parts has help. Need some advice? We got advice. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it. Exceptional customer service. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
With the Canon ImageProGraph Pro 1100 professional photo printer, my images come alive in print. What I see through my lens is what you see on the wall. Vivid, detailed, and accurate.
All right, we are breaking down as utilization of the race data labs, and all the telemetry is really cool, and it's a great aid for the judges because the naked eye, you know, you can't see through the smoke.
That's such a good
Wally can. It can see right through it. And
Terminator.
And, yeah, that's T2 chasing you down. But there's all these really cool stats that are going to pop up around the screen throughout the runs, and we'll have some run calls and everything. But here are our 7 zones. Also, the red area is the decel area.
Yeah, and speaking of Wally helping us out, these decel zones are kind of...
Came into play earlier.
Yeah, came into play with Wally, so it gives us that like data to basically see where the decels are actually happening. So as you get, of course, right before initiation on the big bank in zone 1, then right after zone 1 going into inner zone 2, right before 3 and 5, and then after that, throttle down through the finish.
All right, so again, the introduction of the race data labs. The Wally unit is on top of the vehicle. Now each vehicle has been measured, and basically all the parameters are set, the edge of the track. Now keep in mind, race data labs and the Wally, as we so lovingly have called it, you can see the different, again, telemetry and the graphics that will be utilized if necessary. It's really helped out, like we said earlier, the Shelly Hansen-Wills battle. The judges looked at the data and saw they were 20 miles per hour slower than they normally are. So that was really indicative of again, not a decel area, but slowing down. Also, the right side graphic will show certain things like filling the percentage of each of the zones, both the driver's lead runs on either side, the average angle of each lead run, mimicking percentage, mirroring off of lead by chase, 11 internal sensors, 2% accuracy. I mean, these are all things that people have been asking for, and Race Data Labs, Michael, Will, and their team have just been a great contribution here. Proximity score, well, proximity score and the percentage of time is the percentage of time spent at inches of closer by the chases. So 3.3 feet or 1 meter.
1 meter.
Yeah, 1 meter. So all of this, again, it sounds like a lot, but we're trying to make it just easily more digestible. So,
very good.
Matt Sopa, I'm Jared DeAnda. Let's throw down another member of our team. Again, I call her human highlighter. She called her that herself because she is just the light, a beacon. Look at these 2 lovely ladies. Shelly Hansen is with Lorette Nickel.
She's just the best. You're just the best. You just are. They were just talking about the Wally system, and I wanted to get your opinion.
Okay. Well, I like the Wally because, hey, I'm good at leading. I'm good at throwing a lot of angles, so it benefits me. So I'll take it.
We love that for you, of course. And this has already been such an eventful weekend for you, Shelly. Oh my gosh, the fireball, all the things that are happening. How is the car right now?
In my car, her name's Trish. She's a solid piece of machinery. My team does really good. My husband and my crew here, we built it over the winter, and it's a brand new car, so we're getting all the wiggles out. But I think I got him out. I think we got him out. I think it's a solid job. She's ready to rock.
And what happened with the fireball yesterday?
Oh, I just had like a return oil line, blow a couple holes in it, minor detail. Left just enough oil to not kill the motor, so I could put on a show for you guys today.
Yeah, well, we're putting on a show right now. Action on the track, Shelly. Thank you so much, Jared.
Thank you so much, Lorette. Also, another question: what's her favorite candy? Again, that's the pressing question. I forgot to throw that out there. Keys to success, Matt.
Here we go. The judges want the drivers to stay high on the bank, whether you're lead, chase,
Zone
get
1.
up there. Yeah. Make sure there's time to time the transitions correctly. So I go over that insanely with the chase because that's very important, getting back in that pocket when we have one of those. So, and we want quick and snappy transitions at the inner clips as well. So.
All right, so many different factors, but it comes down to make it look cool, make it good, make it high, do those Jerry Johnson transitions like we saw earlier there. Don't make contact or bang doors and keep on moving. Here's our first battle of the top 16 here at Stafford Speedway. And Braden Lawns, 15 years old, going against Corey Talaska, our points leader. Lawns, he said it, and I definitely don't forget it. Sim, sim, sim. He's been practicing this thing quite a bit. Corey Talaska, pin it to win it. Here we go on that Fuel Lap E36. Lawns, no sympathy, trying to stick it to the door. Great angle there by Corey Talaska. Lawns, look at him. He is getting very close. He is bathing in the smoke, marinating in it, coming in a little shallow on the inside. Man, he worked that really nicely into the outside zone. There's the transitions we were talking about into the final outside zones. That big sweeping, the 180-degree arc. Coming and bringing across the finish line and tight to the wall. Woo!
Yes.
Corey comes unwound across the finish line. That's exactly what you want to do. Keep it off the wall because that thing will grab you like Velcro.
Putting on a clinic out there. Some things to polish up here, but I think Lawns did a great job of taking those opportunities. As Talaska uncharacteristically wasn't deep into the bank at first, but look at Lawns there, drawing that line, punching it through the smoke into the chase position, get back in that pocket. But Talaska kind of runs away here at first, and then does a real good job of keeping angle across the inner clip. And Lawns is right there with him to the end of the last outer zone. Gives him a little more room to breathe as they unwind through the finish line. Wow, that was just great here.
Yeah.
Our first look at the top 16 of Wally here, as we can see Talaska out front and Lawns chasing, of course, as you can see the decel. The center of the cars is red and it's green when they're back on throttle here. As you can see that through the finish line, Lawns absolutely hammering it through the course as well. So really cool first run here in the top 16. Let's flip and reverse it. Give Lawns that clean air. Talaska gives chase in that checkered roof E36.
All right, Lawns, that no sympathy vehicle. You can see the gray and purple vehicle. Talaska there. The closer you see the lights are on, once they extinguish, Lawns can leave. Again, the chase car can leave prior to the lead car. So here we go. Lawns ripping out the gate. He looks like a racehorse, absolutely pulling away from our points leader. Lawns has something to prove right now against our current points and championship leader. Now Lawns goes into the outside zone. Look at that angle there by Justin Smash past that transition point and into the outside zone. The timing right now, Talaska, he is fighting back. Make some noise. Come on, Connecticut, New England. You're not new to this. You're true to this, baby. Come on.
Ooh. A little bit to unpack there. I think Talaska's a little shook.
Yeah, that was sick.
Shook here. No sympathy and no proximity from Talaska there in the chase. I think he just had a little shell shock there as Lawns does a great job piloting through that inner one. Decent line there, a little too deep in inner clip one. Talaska takes full advantage of that when we get through that second outer zone. Good angle there through there. And look at this transition that time by Talaska in that chase. Sacrificing a little bit of angle. Lawns is looking real smooth out there. Talaska matching that angle really good through the finish. Great job by both partners, but man, Talaska's got quite the deficit in that chases, and he just got brought to all the franchises of Applebee's there on the bank as we take another look at our FRE pouches replay. This is the best transition so far in our top 16 chase as we get through that last outer zone. Talaska just bathing in that GT radio smoke as they unwind through the finish, and there it is. That's a first battle done through top 16 here. Let's see what the judges think. Oh man, that's
look at this. Lawns, you saw him at, I feel like Lawns is like a young Talaska. This is like looking at a younger himself, right? I mean, you could just see the attitude. Yeah, he's stoked. I mean, that was sick, throwing the horns. And like I said, just the maturity of Talaska just evolving. He put up a beautiful post about his now girlfriend Victoria, which she works in the industry. She was down there by his side. She's a filmer, photographer, and he just wears it well. So here we go. Slide him left for Talaska, right for Braden Lawns, and Lawns gets the victory, taking out our points leader, shaking things up.
Wow.
In the championship, just like that. Talaska, great effort, but Braden just a little more dominant, and it was unanimous. You agree with that call?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Jared. That's why I talk about these sleeper cells. We got some hot rookies, and you never know who's going to take someone out like Talaska just got.
That was awesome. That was really, really awesome. I'm sure Corey, you know, as bummed as he is, it's like, hey, man, I just didn't put it together. There was a gap there. The transitions were clean. Gave him a little too much room. But our 3 judges, Vernon Vonveld, Brian Eggert, and Reese Marin. Robin Ishida, our judge, is here in the building, the 4th rotating, but he is not judging. He is assisting in the whole process, assessing some of the race data labs info as we move on our next battle. Aiden Copham, that was definitely an upset there, as Aiden Copham is going against Nick Jimenez. Nick Jimenez will lead, and the question lies, would you rather lead or chase? And this is all pending on qualifying. So Nick Jimenez hits a cone. That will be a restart. That will be a restart for Nick Jimenez. Gets a little too eager beaver there, but no wood kill, just a little bit of cone, and he'll get put back into position.
Yeah, just a refresh. We talked about this in seeding, top 32, and now our first time in 16. A restart, we can see those chicane cones there. The lead driver, the purpose of the chicane is so they don't have a drag race out of there, right? So if they hit a cone, that's a restart. If they're lazy on the line after 1 Formula Drift 2, that's a restart. If they jump before the lights are extinguished, that's also a restart. 3 strikes equals incomplete.
Yep. Okay, so here we go. Nick Jimenez, Aiden Copham. Let's re-rack him and track him. Lights are on, so cone hit, 1 strike against Nick Jimenez. Needs to calm his nerves. Easy there, homeboy. Let's see. Looks like we got a clean start. Dropping right into formation on Aiden Copham in that brainer. International Raceway. Aiden initiates. He comes out of it. And he is down and low on the bank, maybe too aggressive. But look at this again, the Nissan Z's of a different variety in a different year. Aiden transitions back. Jimenez. Oh no, yeah, Nick Jimenez. Looks like he has a deep, is it Jimenez or Aiden?
Yeah, it's Jimenez in that rear left there.
That back left, yeah, look at that. Oh, that's going to be detrimental because you cannot, what's that?
Go ahead.
No, you can't, you basically can't rebeat it. And how did that happen?
That's what I'm going to get at here, Jerry.
Please.
So there was some contact coming off the bank a few times here. So now we can look at that Wally system to see what was going on with how fast they were decelerating. It wasn't in a decel zone if there was contact there. So there's lots to unpack there. It felt like Copham was kind of a little sporadic there in the chase position here as in the bank as he's relighting the car up. You can see grabbing handbrake, trying to massage that back up there so he gets a little contact right about there.
Yeah.
You can see the chunks of wheel come off.
Yep.
I think that's where the debate happened. Now the judges are going to take a look at this, what we're seeing. They got a few other tools too, including Wally, that we'll be able to see. Was Jimenez decelerating there, or was Copham just coming in a little too?
Yeah, it was Copham too aggressive. Yeah, a little too aggressive. So, and this is where again the Race Data Labs info will really come into play here.
Yeah,
so
this is good. Smash is just giving us a great POV here. So we're a little covered by smoke here, but I think it'll.
But Wally can see through the smoke. That's what we talked about at the top of the show.
Was that before the zone here? So
see this Excel. So now remember, Aiden's like braking. He's like, okay,
he's on,
a little frantic.
So there is a decel there, but right when they were hitting it, he continued to accelerate. So yeah, that's.
Yeah, I can hear the judges just conversing a little bit here because. All right, really taking a look at this because again, that D bead, if it's something that Nick Jimenez, here's the scenarios. If Nick Jimenez was at fault, basically if he was slowing down, Aiden, you know, he would be at fault, or if Aiden was too aggressive, Aiden would be at fault, and that has repercussions on if he can put a tire on or this or that. So they're just assessing everything right now. I see Nick, his lady up here, just assessing everything that's going down. So here we are. Let's be fully transparent and show you the graphic.
So despite Copham kind of being a little erratic in the chase, Jimenez here is putting on throttle, and decel right there. But he gets back into it, and you can see him, the chase driver, also decelerating. But that's about where the contact is. It's a little separated from real life, but as far as like the contact being shown there, I think the Smash has a really good POV here.
Yeah.
And a deduce here.
Yeah, you can see him just tuck right in between the two cars.
You know, even the left foot brake in there. Oh, we got a little crop action too there. Good job. Director there as we you'll see the smoke dissipate, and then you'll see a little bit of handbrake pulls here right there. Not a decel zone there.
That is not what you want to see.
Yeah.
So you could, yeah.
The wheel broke, so but now it was a complete run with contact, but now there's the bead, so it's really going to be interesting in how this is going to unfold. We're going to lean on our competition director and Chris Ewell, our race control, to see what's going to happen. Okay, just in. Jimenez is at fault.
Yeah.
And I don't think he'll be able to.
No, he wouldn't be able to fix his wheel.
Unless
put the
they could both get tires, though, potentially. I'm not. That's to be confirmed. Let me find.
Yeah, so, hey, Reese, can we get the headset on and just elaborate on what exactly you're looking at? And it looks like they are still conversing here and seeing what's going down. So, again, this is where Robbie Nishida, the fourth judge, who is not actually judging, but he is being kind of conversing with the judges as well and utilizing what exactly the Wally is looking at. So they're still definitely looking at it, but they said Nick Jimenez is at fault.
Correct. Yeah, that's the official word from our race control, Chris Ewell. And we could definitely see the handbrake there at the end of the bank where there wasn't a decel. It was way before the end of the actual zone here. You could probably even see it from our boy Jesse up top here.
Yeah, see that all that red by Jimenez. I mean, Compton didn't help himself by being aggressive. I think that it's one of those perfect storms where Nick was up there, but he had to use that handbrake. Aiden initiated too hard, had to back off, was lower. So again, just perfect storm.
As far as what, like Jimenez left the bank early, and I think it was just like you said, a perfect storm. Aiden wasn't really in the position he needed to be, but he also wasn't, I don't feel like he was completely led in that position to begin with. So it's like chicken and egg, perfect storm, just a lot of things.
All right. Reese, please, you guys were still, right now, you're still reviewing it, but what'd you come to? And what were you looking at with Wally?
So what we were looking at with Wally, see if there was any some decels where we didn't want it. And what we discovered is the lead driver, just as they were getting into outside zone 1, there was a decel that threw off the chase driver. So you can see chase driver kind of falls offline a little bit. And you can see right there, there's a decel there from the lead driver that happened before. This is why the chase driver had to kind of adjust a little bit. So you can see right here, right there, that's where it happened. Yeah. So then he had to adjust a little bit down. So at this point, we see that decel happen, fine. So we keep on going a little bit more. We take that into consideration, right? And then as we start going through, you're going to see a second decel, and then decel is going to cause the chase driver to get really close, and then the collision happens. When that collision happens, the deviate happens as well too, and that's why we ended up putting the fault on the lead. Now you can see here as we're going in, that second hit that's coming. Let's see if it's coming up.
He's got.
No, that's the other part of it. Yeah, that's outside zone 7.
Okay, so and again, looking at something just a little different than you are right there.
Yeah. So to make it easy, there was 2 decels in outside zone 1. One in the beginning that threw off the chase, and then there was a second. Yeah, by the lead car, and then there was a second one later on in outside zone 1 that induced the collision. Tire came off. Blame is on the lead.
All right, now the scenario unfolds is the wheels broken, the tires debeated. What exactly is the scenario?
So the run was complete, right, but with contact with fault. So the both drivers are going to be able to change the rear tires because the wheel was all busted.
Okay, all right. So again, so they will both get tires and essentially wheels. So got a little mucky out the gates, but as we figure out what's going to go on here and who we're going to move on to, let's throw down to the red nickel.
Of course, Braden Lance, I saw you jump out of the car and you were holding your shoulder, and then an ice pack was put on your shoulder. Are you hurt?
Yeah, honestly a little embarrassing, but yeah, I dislocated my left shoulder when I was getting buckled up to go against Alaska, and my dad gave me 2 options. You either drive or call it here, and I was ready to have some fun, so I wanted to keep driving.
Guys, just in case I'm in a little bit of a weird place, but what he just said is he threw his shoulder out before he went to battle with Corey Talaska. So he just took that win with his shoulder out of place, which is interesting because on his door it says no sympathy. So we have a very tough driver here, guys.
Yeah, living up to it, man. All right, well, Braden Lance, tough cookie, and for being so young. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, the action already starting to, the plot thickens. Hear the battle at the springs. Wow, already insane. Don't go anywhere.
Vibe and live loud. This is what we are.
The best machines have a heart, and it's your responsibility to protect what drives you forward. Because when the heart performs, everything performs. No limits, no compromises, pure performance. Ineos.
Welcome back to Stafford, Connecticut. I just can't get over this track. I am just, this track is quickly becoming one of my favorites, man. Just overall. I want this place packed out. So yesterday I said, call your grandma. Tell your grandma to get in the car now. Get on over here.
Do it now.
Yeah, do it now, grandma. Get over here. Come on down.
Get
Party.
to the Buick.
Why you gotta be so judgy? She doesn't drive a Buick. She drives a Toyota.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, dude. She drives a GR. She drives a GR Supra. Yeah, dude. My grandma rips. 99 years old. Irene, I love you. Matthew Bystrack. Here we are. My grandma's real name is Irene. Right, and Jerry Johnson.
Thank you for that
Yeah. She was 99 too.
He's got finger guns out. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, baby. Maximum and Maximer as Jerry Johnson there on the start line. Bystrack, he is a stagger started there pretty aggressively. Bystrack, look at that 500 racing, baby. No denying who that guy is right there. All-American battle. Yee-hoo! Jerry Johnson. Let's see what the cat whiskers can do there up on that wall. And Bystrack a little bit lower there. He's going to need to gain some ground. He tucks in nicely right there. Put a little mint on his pillow into that inside clip. Transition now. Jerry Johnson pulling away the attitude of the car. Look at that thing. Gangster lead. Bystrack having a little bit of struggle bus right now in that chase position. We know what he's capable of. And I love seeing that Mustang out on track. He had an S chassis for quite some time and finally really getting this car dialed.
Yeah, he's looking a lot more comfortable than that hatch. But Jerry I thought that car, it doesn't run out of angle in that power alley. But Bystrack did a good job of keeping up with that rocket of 97 Corvette of Jerry Johnson. As we finish out the bank here, it gets a little comfortable with them, and no one wavers, which I really like to see here. Bystrack falls back a little bit, times his transition really well, but then this one was just a touch early and out of place. But Johnson checking all the boxes, putting his flare on there, just bellowing that GT radial smoke as Bystrack stays right there with him. And it'll be his turn next as we take another look from our boy Smash with that FRE Pouches replay, punching through the smoke on to that door of that Corvette. All the angle from that Jerry Johnson, and Bystrack does not falter as he tries to keep up, staying in the frame. You could see him earlier grabbing some handbrake to kind of settle the car back down and get back in that chase pocket, but just couldn't quite get that proximity I think he was looking for against that lead driver, Jerry Johnson.
J2, man. Speaking of Terminator, I didn't know Terminator had a handlebar mustache like that. And the way he chased earlier, if he does that again,
here we go.
Sorry, Bystrack, you're not moving on, but you really got to bring it, put down one heck of a lead run, because Jerry Johnson, the flames are in your rear view mirror. Bystrack initiates. Now looks like they're alternating. Look at this! Tucked in nicely. That Corvette right beside the Ford Mustang. The pony keeps on prancing. But look at this now, coming into that power alley and dropping in. Jerry Johnson, wrong side, man. Oh no, but Bystrack continues on. So here's a little bit of a scale, right? So Bystrack was back there, but he kept it between the white lines. Jerry was on the wrong side, and this is, again, another scenario where far side of the track, a lot of smoke, couldn't see where Jerry is, and again, using the Wally and the different angles.
Yeah, I think lead for lead, Bystrack was a little late into the zone here, but Johnson was right there, sacrificing a little of the angle, if we're being honest here, but Bystrack a little deeper than air glipper. Johnson doing his thing in the rear, bettering the angle, but here it comes, way too early. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, that is going to be a huge mistake from Jerry Johnson. That is uncharacteristic here. I feel like
let's consider D-cell. I mean, again, I just saying
from the lead driver.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. All green, no mean. Okay, so he was in the rhubarbs there, Jared, as we like to say here. That's such an upset. He was on an absolute heater. I mean, give it to Bystrack. He was doing a real, lead for lead, that was on par with Jerry's. If not just a touch under, but that mistake is 1, 2, 3. That's an incomplete in my eyes.
Oh man, what a bummer for Jerry Johnson as he hands the victory to Bystrack. And I still think Lorette needs to interview Jerry just for the sake, because you know, again, the drivers will definitely know and admit, like, man, I just had a mental lapse or something like that with Bystrack. Like you said, lead for lead is pretty solid, and unfortunately, Bystrack, you know, or fortunately for Bystrack, he moves on, gets into that victory. That was going to be really close. I think if Jerry kept it between the lines and didn't go 3 off, even with the mistakes, say he center punched it, I think Jerry might have still advanced on.
I think it was going to go one more time.
Okay. Well, but we'll never know.
Nope, we will not.
How many licks is
But if you could download those runs and see.
All right, second half of this battle. Now, Aiden Copham, he does have an advantage because they both got new rear wheels and tires. So here comes the kid, Aiden Copham. Got him. Here we go, the Braden International Raceway, all-new Z Optima battery. Nick Jimenez, he's dropped back quite a bit. Looks like Aiden Copham, a little bit of wavering here. Jimenez straightens out quite a bit. He gets a little kerfuffled there, coming off the bank into that inside clip. Now transitioning through the power alley. Jimenez back there quite a bit now, coming into those outside zones. You see Aiden ripping in Jimenez. He just finds a little secret sauce there towards the end and dumps it on him.
Yeah, he was like, it ain't over till it's over.
Right. All right, so let's take a look at it again. It got, again, another wonky on zone 1.
Yeah, I like the entry from Coppin, but he was able to get it a little higher there. He's wavering. I think Jimenez was kind of adapting to that, but he was kind of having his own party back there, an own struggle by himself, Jimenez, that is, as Coppin goes through here. I think Coppin was kind of looking like he was trying to drive away in that power alley where he really didn't need to be. We want to see those cars at full angle across those clips with momentum, though. So, unfortunately, I think Jimenez has a big deficit here. There we go, Jared.
And sliding left for Jimenez, right for Aiden Copham. And again, a big deficit for Jimenez, so he really needed to bring it all. But Aiden Copham comes out on top. Congratulations to Aiden. Got him, Copham, down to Lorette Nickel.
Well, I just wanted to close Jerry's day because we started on such a high, and unfortunately, Jerry, what happened out there with those few mistakes?
You know what? I was pushing it to the limit. I don't know exactly what happened yet, but, you know, when you're pushing her to the limit, that's going to happen. I'm at a loss of words, really. But, you know, we'll come back. We're real feisty critters, and we'll never stop working. We're coming for round number 3.
Yeah, absolutely. And by the time we get to round number 3, this man is going to be a daddy. Hello to Sadie. His baby is due in 12 days, guys.
Absolutely awesome. Love the energy, love the personality, and the driving. That speaks for itself.
We're going to have 2 Jerrys out there.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Did she say it was a boy or a girl? Sadie.
They did make it announced. I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember. It's a cat.
We're going to have 2 Johnsons.
Yeah, more Jerry for you. All right, here we go. Let's move on to the Cameron Sorensen, Casey Cole battle. Now, this should be a really good one. The way Cameron's driving, man, he looks like a veteran behind the wheel of that Optima Batteries BMW. Casey Cole, look at that proximity. He tucks it nicely, a banging.
Punts him.
And he absolutely punts him across the line. Aggressive driving, but again, let's take a look at it. And was he destined for that? And Casey followed him in there. TBD. Now keep in mind, Cameron did go off course. Casey theoretically wouldn't have to complete the rest of that run because he was in the chase position. But let's run it back and take a look. Utilizing all technology. Looks like Cameron just checking the steering, checking the angles, seeing if anything's shook loose.
Let's be honest, we want a Casey to finish. I mean, it's a good show.
Yeah.
All right, you can see Cameron using a little left foot brake to settle the car down in the bank 1 here. Casey getting ahead of the pocket there, bettering the angle, and yeah, it was in the decel zone. So he didn't close the door, and Casey just kind of barreled his way through on his front porch there and took away his newspaper as we take another look at
what are you talking about here?
There's the contact, and you just out of there.
Cameron's the paper boy. So again, I got chuckles. I got things going on. What is happening here?
I want to see Wally. Give me the Wally.
He went on his porch and took his newspaper. What the heck? All right, let's take a look here. So again, the green, he's on throttle. The blue, coasting, right? So and so we could see the green underneath that yellow and blue, and then so
yeah, it's still that's the zone.
Yeah,
the decel zone. So he's well within the limits, within that parameter of the decel zone. So I feel like Casey Cole just too aggressive.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. I mean, it wasn't like braking, like Cameron was trying to block him out. And again, you could see all this, and I want to get the judges critiquing and breaking down here. I still think they're analyzing it because, again, with Casey in that chase position, he was really hunting him down. But Cameron back on the line, no big deal. And again, Casey, we saw him complete the rest of the run.
Yeah, so that'll be a good one to hear their side of the story once this concludes.
Look at this, yeah, they're right back at it. So, all right, now Casey Cole out front. The X-Spec S chassis initiates race to reef. Vehicle as, again, initiating. Cameron giving himself ample room because, I mean, all the scenarios are coming off of outside zone 1 into that inside clip. So this strategy might end up paying off for Cameron. Give himself a little bit of room. Might be a little out of shape here. You know, Cameron, obviously not an inactive chase, but again, just getting punted off the course.
Yeah, that was a little nail biter there. I thought he was going to loop it coming off the bank.
Right. Yeah, so again, no papers hurt in the making of that run.
Nope.
No
everyone's staying on their yard and their lane as Casey Cole does a great job here, doing all he can to. It's really hard to force a mistake in that lead position as Cameron does a great job here transitioning and showing his temperament right there. I almost thought it was going to fall apart for him, but he's staying in frame, making it an active chase, and that's exactly what he needed to do. Casey did a great job of leading. He just kind of balled it up himself and threw it out the window in that chase run of his. So
and look at the graphics there on the right. So those are their lead runs for respective drivers, Cameron and Casey, right? So that shows you what the percentage of filling those zones are. So with Cameron going off early on that first run, obviously he only hit that first outside zone, the rest because he went off course. And then on the right, you saw Casey Cole's graphic. That's the percentage of filling those zones in his lead run as well.
Gotcha, thank you.
All right, looks like Casey getting out of the car, gonna head on over, talk to Cameron, see what's going on here.
And get it back.
Yeah, don't know if there's an apology note coming his way or if he's saying like, what did you do? But would love to get a microphone down there and hear what they're saying. See if we can read some body language here.
I don't know, I just...
All right, little shaking the hand here. So, yeah, again, Cameron's wicked young, just a real young man, and he's surrounded by so much talent between his older brother, older sister, and the Sorensen family. Again, we go from race to reef, and the Sorensen camp goes from the desert to the drift track. As here we are, let's take a look at it again. This is taking a look at the Wally data.
Yeah, you can see the angle, the proximity here. Cameron is green there. He's decelling. He's actually got a little decel right before the zone ends, which is not a zone. So I'm wondering what's a lot of deliberation going on right here. This is going to be a very pivotal moment here for both these drivers in the top 16.
This is the first run. This is Cameron leading and Casey chasing.
Right. So looking at the difference here.
Yeah, look at this speed. Look at this speed, 66. So I mean, he's going 62 miles per hour. So Casey is going, actually no, he's going slower. So blue is the speed of Casey Cole.
Yeah, so you can see Sorensen's number go down before Casey's, right before the end of that zone. Maybe we can take a third look at that, if we will. We got a lot of calamity going on. Very interesting.
And like I said, I mean, Casey, he was chasing him, but if Casey was on the right line, he would have slowed down. You know what I mean? Like
he was ahead of the pocket. Is what
yeah, he was ahead of the pocket. There you go. That's a great way of putting it. So this transition from outside zone 1 to inside zone, or the inside clip, that's where we're seeing all these. So do you think the track is changing, or just everybody just knows? And we saw so much amazing driving earlier. Are they anticipating it?
Yeah, it's like it's hard to unpack. Like it's you're carrying so much speed there, and like we talk about these spec tires, they're only a 255/35. So coming out of there at 60 plus miles an hour, and then going back to about 35/40 for that inner clip, you're really riding that edge on. We're already out of control when you think about it, and keeping that car, in drift and the appropriate line. Because what we saw yesterday in seating, a lot of guys were just blowing out of the bank and then really making almost like a circling back to the clip, which is not the ideal line here. So yeah, it's interesting. And then you have to chase that, which is probably the hardest part.
So still breaking it down. So the data on the left, the real time on the right.
Yeah, it looks like the real time's a little behind, so we'll be able to see. And what I want to look at is the very end of the zone. See if Cameron is slowing down.
Hey, I'm gonna bring in Reese here. So it's a great opportunity because obviously their verdict. Reese, to you. Reese, over to you there, Reese.
Hello. Hey, you guys got me?
All right, real quick. Cameron Sorensen, 1 vote, 2 vote. Cameron Sorensen gets the win. Cameron gets the win. So going to you.
Yeah, so when we were reviewing the footage here, what ended up happening was when Cameron was in the lead, all right, so in the first half of the battle, he's going through, he enters, goes into outside zone 1. At the end of outside zone 1, we have contact in the D-cell area. Cameron D-cells in that D-cell spot. Cole beelines it, hits him. So at that point, the blame is on Cole because the contact is happening in the D-cell area where Cameron was legally allowed to scrub some speed. We use that.
Why do you think it is? Like everybody's having contact there.
I mean, you could ask the drivers that. I mean, who knows what's going on behind the seat, you know what I mean? But
yeah,
that's just how we're seeing it here. And so we were trying to see what was going on there. And after we reviewed it, used the Wally as well, too. We do see that Cameron does have a D-cell, a slight D-cell coming off of outside zone 1, which he's legally allowed to do. We did talk about it. And then when the contact happened, that immediately put the blame on Cole, which carried over having the advantage now Cameron to the second half of the battle. We see the second half. Ultimately, Cameron moves on.
All right, thank you so much. Cameron Sorensen will move on into the Grade 8. Congratulations. Halfway through the top 16. When we come back, the continuation of our top 16. We got Lawns, we got Copham, we got Bystrap, and most recently Sorensen.
Adam LZ here to tell you that Motorsports has taken me just about everywhere. And no matter the scenario, Link ECU is the answer. The flexibility Link gives me for drifting, the precision I need on track, the durability to handle off the track, and the reliability you want in a daily driver. Even when pushing an entire motorsport to a bigger level, Link ECU has been with me every step of the way.
The best machines have a heart, and it's your responsibility to protect what drives you forward. Because when the heart performs, everything performs. No limits, no compromises, pure performance. Ineos.
Welcome to Stafford Springs, Connecticut. We're in top 16. And while we're away, this man has been putting in steps, getting that adrenaline back down to baseline. My goodness, Matt, you were incredible out there, really strong in a lot of sections. Is it challenging linking this whole course together?
not really challenging to link it all together. It's just to be great everywhere. Like, I've had great bank runs and I've had great infield runs. I just got to put it all together, right? I got to do it all in the same lap. A great bank run, a great infield run, and do it all together, right? I've had moments of greatness everywhere, but if I'm going to win this thing, I need to put it all together on every single lap.
Looking to do exactly that. And guys, he's so excited because he's been looking to make his way back into the grade 8. It's been since 22 or 23, you said?
One of those years, I don't know, it's been a few years. You know, went to a new chassis last year, which it worked pretty great, but I was getting used to it. Now I really feel like I'm kind of coming into my own with this Mustang. So hopefully today we get our first podium, and that's the goal.
Big things for Matt Bystrack.
All right, well, thank you, Lorette, and congratulations, Bystrack. Here's a gentleman that took it almost to the top, second place. It is Webb versus Colette Davis. All right, Jason Webb now comes down into that inside clip. Colette Davis dives in, looks like punts it. Colette Davis, a little failure to transition there as the same rate to angle. Like I said, the car seems really gripped up. This is very familiar to what we saw earlier, and now brings it across the finish line. Right? It seems like just...
You're talking Colette's car, right?
Colette's car.
Okay.
Webb looks loose. Webb looks all right, but Colette in the chase position just like, like get it out there.
You could definitely tell there's some JTP bits under the hood of that Mustang, because that thing is driving like as if he was behind the wheel himself. But Webb doing a great job at the bank. A lot of left foot brake from home parties here. Colette's trying to stay in the frame here. A little deep on that clip, and Colette takes it out herself. And here's where, look at the absolute swing of this Mustang. He whips it around that. It really throws Colette off in that transition. I think that's why he kind of had that little juggling into the car back there in the change position as Webb brings it around, and they unwind, and we'll see another coming off of the bank here. You can see just the angle and the smoke. The momentum really never almost changes for this Mustang. He just keeps it lit, and Colette's really trying to close the door, just couldn't quite seal the deal, and you can see the smoke difference in that chase. It's like on and off, on and off. But Webb just doing a great job keeping his composure and playing it cool out front.
All right, so I think Colette's really going to uncork this thing on this lead run, getting the clean air. Love the car, the graphics, everything just definitely looks good. So here are the numbers, the stats. Jason Webb versus Colette Davis. Colette fires off the start line. See what we got. Let's see how she initiates. Again, you can see her just on the edge of that outside zone. Very steady, a lot more angle out front, and Webb just tapping the brakes just a little bit, kind of backing off. Definitely needs to apply a little more pressure here. There's the angle we're looking for. Again, Colette a lot more comfortable up front. Big angle there, almost pulling away from Webb. Webb has to take some angle out of it to gain some proximity.
Sure does.
So, and again, just Colette in that vehicle looking really good out front. Just that chase position, trying to find the secret sauce.
Yeah, I felt like Webb had bettered her bank run in the lead position here. He was kind of adjusting, probably a little less angle if we're being honest here. Maybe we can see that. But now we can see the comparison of the lead to lead. You can see Webb filling that zone about a lot better than there. So you can just see a developing there between the two drivers here. It's a really cool tool here that, you know, if you keep your eye on all the things. A lot going on, I know, but it's great to see, you know, all come together here as Colette does a great job in the lead position. But you can see at face value, you know, what it was lead for lead. So another look at our bank right here as Webb tries to get on that Fitment Industries E46 as Colette pilots through that inner clip. Webb diving in here. I expected a little more aggression from Webb on this transition, but he did time it well. He was trying to stay in that pocket. He did stay in his lane really well, and both parties really did check the boxes and their responsibilities as drivers in this battle. So it's going to be a tough call here. I can see it going either way or even one more time, to be honest.
Yeah. All right, can see Webb already on the comms.
Wally's early taking off. Yep. You can see that custom mount for the only convertible we got in the series.
All right, waiting for the outcome. All right, seems that
we do have a result.
Yeah.
The scores are in.
Looks like we got one of the judges
side by side
outcome. Yeah. So let's take a look at this.
Yeah, you can see lead for lead from Wally was really close here, but you can see Webb having just a scooch more angle there and a little deeper. You can see the taillights reflecting off the wall a little more than that BMW was. As you can see, very similar lead run through this through the power alley as Webb I almost thought at face value he had more proximity. At the end he does, but honestly they had about the same chase overall. Because then Webb kind of pulls back. I think he thought he was heading for the wall, and pulled out of it. So.
And looks like the judges are inputting their score. Slide them left for Webb or right for Colette Davis. And it looks like Jason Webb gets 1 vote, 2 votes, and 3 votes. Jason Webb gets the victory. A good effort by Colette Davis. But like I said, in that chase, it just seemed like the car was just a little more hooked up. But again, Jason Webb currently 2nd in points. Now keep in mind, he advances on. Corey Talaska got knocked out earlier. Jason Webb
currently our champion right now, or
I mean, let's not talk championship. Like, let's just talk lead in the championship. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and again, all right. So Tyler Mayer from Monroe, Washington. We know it. We love it up there at the PNW. And then you got Heischman. So here we are, quickly getting off the start line. All right, Mayer initiates, very aggressive flick in. Heischman, look at him. Tucked in nicely. Yes. Look at the angle from Mayer. Locked and loaded. You can't even see the chrome wheel. That is a sign of a damn good time. Now coming into that power hour. Look at the angle that Mayer has. Now comes around that inside clip. Heischman times it very, very well to get that white snout of the Mustang. Barely. Wow. Yeah, that was really, really nice. Well done.
So distracted by Heischman's chase there, but I mean, you can't have a good chase without a good lead run, and Mayer just did that. So let's break it down here as the smoke bellows out of that pony cabin as they bring it back to the start line, and you can see a good launch from both parties here. I like the straight line for approach from Heischman, getting right in that pocket right away. Deep into that bank, Mayer is in that hatch as we bring it off the bank, through into that inner clip, throws a little more angle on Heischman, waiting for his attack, and he does just that, swiping that bumper across the hatch of that S13 as we get around here. And another great transition by both parties. They're mimicking really well, but Mayer doing all he can. But I mean, he's doing a great job of just getting real deep in all the zones, just checking all the boxes twice, if I might say, as Heischman, we get another look at it here as he just draws the line across the bumper of that S13. A lot of angle. The only thing I could take away is Heischman's not quite matching the angle. He's got the proximity, but he's nosing in a little bit to maintain that proximity, if anything.
Your story is not over. Love that saying on the roof of Heischman's Ford Mustang. And now Heischman with the clean air. I think this is going to be really, really good. Want to see how Tyler Mayer chases down Adam Heischman. If he drives the aggression he had in the lead, this is going to be Tyler Mayer. But there he goes and initiates. You see him working that. But Heischman now really confident out front. Heischman lighting it up, and it looked like he tapped the wall. He gets out of shape. That definitely throws him off of that inside clip. Now going to that power, dude, the angle he has in that vehicle, I mean, he is like perpendicular to the track. That is insane.
Absolutely.
I mean, like, look at that. Oh my gosh, ripping right now.
And keeping the momentum. That's like the beauty of this. If someone can master their machine and driving skills to keep that momentum at angle, it gets me goosebumps.
Yeah, the Maryland Motorworks vehicle, you can see really, really insane. But yeah, he tapped it, definitely gained a little.
That's the only thing here is that tap at the end was really the crux of his situation, because Mayer was kind of like, oh my goodness, what's going on here? You see the tap right at the end of the zone. Keeps it within the lines though, and does a decent job of recovering. So that's going to be the only takeaway from his lead, as Mayer does a good job, just about a quarter of a step behind in his transitions. But Heischman doing a great job drawing that arc, and Mayer was kind of doing the same thing, except he didn't unwind at the end. He added more angle and actually lost proximity. And you can see just going left to right in the lead, very similar, except Heischman had that 0 on that inner zone too. Very similar stats otherwise, but this is what we love about Wally and the mixed judging. We can see just all this data, and so we can figure out a winner here, not just at face value, but also how good they are just face-to-face with their lead runs. It's really cool.
Again, the stats there, further, the numbers down at the bottom, again, the mimic. The mimic is the mirroring of the lead by the chase, and that is a percentage overall down there at the bottom. And also the proximity score, that's the percentage of time spent at about 3.3 feet, as Tyler Mayer does get the win. Tyler Mayer gets the win. Again, that wall tap. Tyler, a great lead run, filling the zones. He just had a scotch more percentage filling the zones, and also the mimic percentage was a little higher as well. But again, just using those as an aid, again,
it's not the end all be all.
Wally is not the judge. The Reese Marin, Vernon Swanfeld, and Brian Egger are the judges. So again, utilizing those as an aid. So, all right, Chris Leonard, Dmitry Brutsky. Ooh, this is going to be good.
Yeah,
this is going to be good. Dmitry Brutsky, again, multiple-year champion in PROSPEC, and Leonard's been chilling, man. Yesterday I saw him; he was chilling out, hanging out, having beer after qualifying, watching pro, and you love to see that. You know, just really, if you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong.
He's always here for a good time. He's got
Yes.
the Texas mud flap going on.
Yep.
He's party. He might have a mullet, but he's just party everywhere.
Yeah, it's yep. All right, so Dmitry Brutsky will lead Chris Leonard, chasing him down. All right, let's see what Brutsky can do here out front in that BMW. Leonard in the Mustang on the right side of your screen. All right, Brutsky initiates. Leonard, he dives in, doesn't have much angle by comparison to Brutsky. Now he does add some to it, coming off the bank into the flats, into the outside zone 2. Pass there into 5, 6, and 7. Bring it all the way in. Again, Chris just
Nosing in,
just nosing in, throwing more angle at it. Dmitry kind of setting him up to tee it up.
Yeah, I mean, Dmitry had a great lead runner. We expect this from a former champ, and he does just that. Does a great job just getting to the wall straight away. Just no muss, no fuss. As Leonard he does a good job of getting high on there too, but you can see he's just not quite matching the angle, but he's doing the timing of the transition is really good here. Just couldn't quite close the door and mimic as perfectly as I feel like he wanted to. He was just a little behind there, trying to nose in there, sacrificing angle, but great job by both parties. Brutsky does exactly what he needs to do out front with that clean air, and Leonard, you know, doing all he can against our former champ here as we take another look from our FRA Pouches replay. And Leonard keeping it between the lines here. I thought he might have had dropped the tire, but he's staying in his lane for the most part. And, you know, hats off to him for trying to keep up with that. That's a fast BMW for most of the time. So,
yeah, it really looked like just Leonard, you know, just going back and forth. That overhead view really highlighted. It wasn't as bad as I really anticipated, but he was just shimmying back there. Leonard was definitely shimmying back there. If he was solid, it wouldn't have looked as kind of loosey-goosey. So now Leonard, again, if he locks it in, he could fight back, because look at this. That Brutsky way down low. Leonard turns it up in a major way. Past that inside clip, down to those 2 outside zones with that front clip in the middle. I mean, Brutsky's timing it really well. We're talking about that mimic and the proximity. Brutsky, whoa, he dives in. That was a real aggressive, uncharacteristic approach and attack by Brutsky.
I agree.
Leonard ripping it out of there like he just won a NASCAR race.
I mean, can you blame him?
No.
He's feeling good. He's here for a good time, right?
Yes.
The thing here, he got in the bank way late here compared to Brutsky's. I think that's going to be why Brutsky wasn't in that pocket straight away. It looked uncharacteristic, but because Leonard was lower than he needed to be at first. But Leonard does drop a little bit of a tire there. He's not quite running away from me because he's using all that wisefab in that S550 Mustang. And Brutsky here kind of had he was almost going to go tire to tire there, and I feel like that's why he dropped back, but he was also sacrificing a lot more angle in that chase position towards the finish line than Chris did in his chase run. So you can see Brutsky here trying to massage his way back to that pocket as Leonard full angle there through that inner clip 1, and sets himself up decently for that outer zone, getting through inner clip 2, and sets himself up great here through both outer zones as Brutsky kind of grabbing some handbrake, wiggling and wagging through that last zone through the finish line. So a little bit to unpack here, a little bit to polish on both parties. Let's see what the judges have to say.
Slide him left for Brutsky, right for Chris Leonard, and Brutsky gets the win. Dmitry Brutsky advances on into the Great 8. Again, Chris, definitely, again, an aggressive, fun-loving driver, but just needs to be just a little more rock solid as far as, again, Brutsky wasn't the tightest either. I mean, I think he, you know, especially towards the latter portion of that run. So, and
a little bit of a gift.
All right, so you can see the names lit up as red. One more battle left in the 16. Throw it down to you, Miss Nickel.
Well, guys, there's a lot of hands on Aiden's car, and I came right over to him and he said, I don't know what's going on. So the team definitely protecting Aiden, letting him drive, do his thing. And Aiden, I wanted to talk to you about the smoke and how easy it is to get lost in that out on that track.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, back there, I have no clue what's going on, so I just need to focus on my runs. In practice, going into the inner clip, I mean, I got washed in the smoke. I mean, you really got to watch for that transition. It's kind of, if you get choked up in the smoke, I mean, the run's kind of done. Like, you're just blind, and that's one thing that I'm really dialing in. I'm looking forward for these next 2 runs with Lawrence. He's looking really good, so yeah, I'm excited for it. I know what to clean up.
Amazing. That is all so insightful. Aiden, thank you so much. I'll find out what the team is working on, but as you can see, all hands on deck on the back left corner of the car.
Well, as you can see, Braden Lawns, Aiden Koppam, Bystrack versus Sorensen, Webb versus Mayer, and Brutsky is going against either Shelly Hansen or Sean Booth, our final driver of our top 16 when we come back. But again, Jason Webb notably advances on. Corey Talaska knocked out early in the 16.
Adam LZ here to tell you that motorsports is taking me just about everywhere. And no matter the scenario, Link ECU is the answer. The flexibility Link gives me for drifting, the precision I need on track, the durability to handle off the track, and the reliability you want in a daily driver. Even when pushing an entire motorsport to a bigger level, Link ECU has been with me every step of the way.
BC Forged Wheels, custom built per order, offering extensive design, finish, and machining options. Strength, style, and precision come standard. Track proven, street ready. BC Forged, proud sponsor of Formula Drift 2026.
Need a little help? O'Reilly Auto Parts has help. Need some advice? We got advice. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it. Exceptional customer service. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
With the Canon ImagePrograph Pro 1100 professional photo printer, my images come alive in print. What I see through my lens is what you see on the wall. Vivid, detailed, and accurate.
Hey, I'm Simon Olsen, and you're here with BC Racing Clip Tip. This section, I think, is one of the most crucial parts of the track on the layout here in Connecticut. Coming down from the bank, there's super slippery area right here, and to line up perfectly, you need to scrub a lot of speed and place yourself, because you want the following inner tire right on the spot right here and set you up perfect for the rest. If you do that, I feel like if I just manage that, I'm in the good, and the rest is fairly easy. So I definitely think this is the most important part of the track on this layout. And this was your BC Racing Clip Tip.
All right, we got a great crowd here Friday night at Stafford Speedway. Every Friday night, they got Friday night lights going on out here. So again, join them here at this beautiful track, awesome facility. Again, I always say, water, food, bathrooms, everything is rock solid here. And brought me the sheet off, and we have fried. We got ice cream, we got fried Oreos, we got chicken tendies, we got beer garden, we got it all, man. We got our final battle, top 16. Hard candy, Shelly Hansen initiates, goes on in, Sean Booth in tow. But look at Shelly Hansen, she says, hey, I drive fast. That's what I do best, and she is showing you right now. Again, that I Love Boobies S13 now coming on in. Sean Booth gets a little lost in the sauce. Gets all up in that mix now. Come on, look at that. Shelly Hansen pulling away from Booth and the Team Hansen vehicle. Rip roaring and ready to go. Nice job by Shelly Hansen out front. I think Sean Booth might have got a little phased there by Hard Candy.
A little bit, but man, I got to hand it to him. He can really harness the power. That S13 of his is an absolute rocket.
Yeah, it is.
And I think, yeah, he was a little shook here in the bank. Shelly did a great job there. Almost had some contact. Look at this transition. This is where Booth really shines here.
Yep.
And the recovery here, he almost overcooks it, comes back, takes out a clip, but keeps it between the lines, right on the razor edge there. And really has the prowess of the machine and his driving skills to really recover and attack back and get back in that pocket really quick.
And what I observed here was Sean Booth, who said he can harness it, but by comparison, Chris Leonard, you know, he was shimmying. Booth has those mistakes, goes off a little bit, but it doesn't look as chaotic.
Yeah, the ripple kind of goes away real fast.
Yes, you know what I mean? Exactly. So that's where it's like, okay, he had that mistake, just kind of punted that transitional inside clip, but it didn't look as dramatic. And as far as car placement, he did reel it back in.
Yeah, he brushes it off real fast, which is one thing I've noticed in this round, just how well he does that, which is to be mentioned for sure.
Shelly definitely bragged to Laurent Nickel about how fast she is up front, but now it's good. What's that?
That was quick.
That was super fast. That was super fast, and I think Sean was a little phased, like I said, but he stuck it to her door there on the transition down to inside clip 1. So let's see how Sean does with the clean air. You talk about how fast and powerful that S chassis is, and with that clean air, he is definitely dangerous. But Shelly Hansen absolutely unfazed at all. Look at Shelly bringing it to the wall. Look at that, lifting the trunk up now, coming down to that flat section. Sean Booth, big transition there. Shelly comes up a bit short on that outside zone. I want to check the angles though, as it looks like Sean keeps it consistent. I'm really just, I tend to really look at that chase because again, just the wavering or where the car is at.
When we're looking down that power alley in the opposite direction, it does look weird live, but I feel like she was well within the lines. They did a great job there. Booth could have been a little deeper at first, but both parties just get right back up there. We're like, we're in business. It's time to party. And look at this transition from Shelly. Just punching it there. She was a little late, but again, makes up for it. But look at this transition here. Just whipping that S15 around, and Shelly right there with him. It's just amazing how much smoke is coming out of these PROSPEC cars, and I can't believe they have tires like that. But it's just a great job by both parties here. Booth doing a fantastic job. As you can see, the scores there on the left comparing the lead to lead here, very similar. A little bit on the Hansen side, if we're looking at the straight facts here, the raw data, if you will, is Booth there from this angle of Justin Smash is. Man, just all the angle here. Shelly's doing a great job there. Both cars are so quick. That S13's, both of them, the S15, the 13, they're just got all the miles an hour and just really, really great driving.
Yeah, and keep in mind, both of these vehicles and drivers have pro vehicle, obviously Shelly's husband, Rudy, he's competing in pro. Sean Booth, he's working with Odi Bakshis and his camp and the field suspension team, as we are now looking in on, I believe that is Never Settle. That's Dimitri Brutsky's setup right there. But
got a Walkley BC racing side
by side with the Wally.
Look at this. All right. I think it's a first for us, Jared, as we can see Shelly's chasing on the left, or I'm sorry, I'm thinking pink, but it's actually opposite.
Right.
So Shelly's actually up front on the left, and Booth is up front on the right here, and you can see the difference in proximity as almost a tire drop by Booth on the chase, but he does a good job there of making up for it. But look at the angle difference here on that lead run with Booth compared to Shelly's, as you can see Booth was a little deeper in these last couple outer zones, where Shelly was about a half the width shallower. As far as the chase goes, I think Shelly had the better. So here we go, slide.
All right, slide him left or slide him right. Sean Booth gets the victory. Sean Booth unanimously gets the win. So again, I think it really comes down to that chase, and Sean just, I think outside of that transition from the outside zones in the power alley, that would be, what's that, 3? Or you're saying you like that? Yeah, so she choked him up there. So that was that's where basically action reaction. She slowed down, choked him up, and that's what caused it.
Gotcha.
Yep. All right, so our grade 8 is set. Braden Lawns versus Aiden Copham, and jump right back into it. Here we
Let's
go.
go.
So Lawns, we saw the no sympathy vehicle. He dislocated his shoulder. Pop said, put some ice on it. read your door and send it. Let's go. And Aiden Copham, yeah, these crumbs right here. Look at this. So Aiden Copham, look at launch, just a super aggressive initiation. Aiden Copham, he needs to find that wall and get to that outside zone because Lawns is all up in it. Past that inside clip, good execution. Aiden shoots in on the inside, taking the wrong line, but he talked about that smoke and getting lost into it. But again, just really coming up short-sheeted himself there on that last outside zone. Jeez. So again, he talked about, you know, getting in that smoke, but he needs to be he needs to join the party.
Lons is on a heater, my friend.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. He's just out of the gate, left that Z, the dust. Does a great job of just getting no bubbles, no troubles, getting right into that bank real deep. Coppin trying to do all the tricks to get more proximity out of it as he does cheat this line severely, drops the tire almost two, as Lons doing a great job drawing these arcs, good snappy transitions through that full angle past the inner clip. And again, filling the zone here, could have been just a half a hair deeper in that one, but Coppin just a little too late as they round out that first finish. Let's take a look at it again. You just see him wheeling that no sympathy. He's got no sympathy for no mechanical sympathy, no shoulder sympathy. He's just out there trying to win it. As Coppin, you can see him knocking on his door towards the end, but he's really going to have to put on an absolute clinic with the clean air if he's going to try and shake Braden Lons.
All right, Aiden Copham, you see him knocking it into gear. Aiden needs to throw down a banger of a run. Aiden got him, Copham. Braden, no sympathy. Lawns, let's see what this all-new Z has out front. That VR power, that GTR motor, and that's what we're looking for. But look at Lawns. Again, a lot of sim time. Both these guys, I know they're both really good at sim racing and sim drifting here. Aiden transitions into that outside zone, puts the car in the right place. And again, Lawns comes on through and into that last outside zone. Oh, very aggressive. That was absolutely great shot there by Justin Smash. Two great looking cars, talented drivers. Again, the future is now.
Absolutely. I really like Aiden's approach here as they both tuck into that bank. Really good job. You can see a little wavering in the change position from Lons, but nothing to be shaken here as they come off of the bank. As Copham does, could have been a little deeper in that inner clip one. No, he's not quite shaking Lons as we thought he needed to, but you know, he's checking all the boxes and could have been a little deeper there. I think Lons was at least half a car width deeper there, so that's going to be we'll see a little side-by-side there probably in the second replay as we look at Smash's POV here as Lons is trying to close the door here in that first transition coming off the bank into inner clip two. Aiden swinging that Z around, and you can see him grab a little handbrake from Lons camp there as we are almost in that cabin from Justin Smash as they unwind here in that second half of the battle. And looks like our boy Joel Fry putting out a little fire poof. I think they got it contained.
Even though we'll have to get Fry some fried Oreos later. The Ineos Motor Oil, grade 8, slide him left for Lawns or right for Aiden Copham. And it looks like Aiden Copham's night is done, unfortunately, but Braden Lawns, like he said, no sympathy for his equipment, for his shoulder, and no sympathy for Aiden Copham because he just took him out. He's going to the Final Four. Great effort there by Aiden Copham. But let's throw down to Lorette Nickel, who's with Mr. Never Settle.
Absolutely, never settle. And guys, he's only about 50 miles away from his home. 15, oh my gosh, 15 miles. You have so many friends and family out here, and I know you really want to perform for them.
Yeah, thank you everybody that came out and supporting us. It means a lot. Added a little bit of pressure, but we're going to try to do our best and hopefully put it on top.
Dimitri, thanks. Guys.
Thank you so much. Yeah, 15.
He's closer to us than the hotel.
Oh, you know what? You're totally right. And I love that. And talking about being close to home, the support, your own bed.
Yeah,
that's really your own bed and shower. That's like, you know, it's a little therapy to just as much as we travel. I was talking to what's his name at Circle of Drift, and he's like, man, this traveling, I don't know how you guys do it, man. But all right, so here we go. Bystrack and Cameron Sorensen as again. All right, so looks like Bystrack might be calling a competition timeout. All right, Brutzky's getting ready. So again, the plot thickens. And again, yeah, it looks like Bystrack is calling a comp timeout. More from the Grade 8 when we come back. We're one battle in, plenty more turning and burning here at Stafford Speedway. Stafford Springs, Connecticut. What an event. And guess what? Watch, rinse, repeat tomorrow with more pro action and more action here in the Great A.
Vibe and live loud. This is what we are.
The best machines have a heart, and it's your responsibility to protect what drives you forward. Because when the heart performs, everything performs. No limits, no compromises, pure performance. Ineos.
And we are getting a tow by strap. Do we know what's going on here?
Yeah, steering. That's as much as I got.
Oh, I saw this hand gesture from Chris. I thought he was
milking a cow.
Milking a cow.
No, we're wrong state.
Yeah, it's Wisconsin. Okay, so Bystrack, yeah, some steering issues. We'll tow that thing off. See him sliding on. So, all right, so we'll get him towed off. But we'll continue on, and again, Brudsky trying to put on a show, a lot of pressure, he says. So we were to see Bystrack and Sorensen, and then on the other side, it's Webb versus Mayer, and then Brudsky versus Sean Booth. So there you can see it, Jason Webb versus Tyler Mayer, Dimitri Brudsky versus Sean Booth. But Braden Lawn's already locked and loaded into the final four, so some steering issue with Bystrack. That looks like
probably
loaded up.
Yeah, I think at least one steer tire was hooked up because we're see Trey down there giving him the international turn. So that's why it's on there backwards, because I think one's disconnected, probably a tie rod. Yeah, one's hunting, one's fishing.
All right, can we talk about he was on his porch and took his newspaper? Have you ever said that in your life?
I don't want to talk about that again.
I say some wild things, but I'm into it. So I'm into
I figured you would be, but
all right. You can see again, we got gray shirts, we got red shirts, and the red shirts is our great Formula Drift staff. Also, shout out to the Stafford Speedway staff. But one of the main pivotal crew members of the Formula Drift team. He took a championship team with Chris Forsberg to the top, and he is a champion in our hearts. Let's go to Kevin's Corner.
Hi, my name is Kevin Wells, competition director of Formula Drift. We did some course changes. Hopefully we don't have a lot of oil downs and cleanups. So let's check it out.
Whoa, Shanahan wrong way. And Shanahan goes into the wall.
I've done some stupid stuff before. Definitely the stupidest one.
Oh my, front wheels come off the ground on the truck? I don't know if the front wheels came off, but that's like, woo! Okay, we've got a lot of damage. So I think I'm gonna cut this branch, and then I'll lift it straight up, and then we'll pull the car out the front.
There's enough stuff here. They might be able to put it back together. He's got till what, Saturday?
We're going to do another thing. Actually, the first 360.
Wow. So
awesome.
All right, well, Kevin's corner being put to good use, and unfortunately, Bystrack in the burnout box broke the tie rod, and he does have his competition timeout.
Yeah, that'll be an easy fix. It's a passenger tie rod, no bubbles, no troubles. They'll handle that.
Okay, so Bystrack getting towed off. That's less than ideal, but he'll get that thing back up and running. Competition timeout. For those that don't know, 5-minute allotment to fix the vehicle, get back up and running. Doesn't need to be at the line, but basically locked and loaded and safe and ready to rock. All right, taking a look at our nonstop tuning convertible South African Ford Mustang, Jason Webb. He is going against Tyler Mayer, who was tearing it up. Absolutely, Tyler Mayer coming to us from the Pacific Northwest. What a haul. Stop number 6 will be up there, Monroe, just north of Seattle, the battle in Seattle. Love it up there. Great crowd. Looking forward to being up there once again this year, Evergreen Speedway. So we'll see Tyler Mayer probably just chilling stands because that is not a PROSPEC round. So always enjoy going up there. Jason Webb will lead, Tyler Mayer giving chase. All right, the lights are on and extinguished. There we go. But they're going to light it up regardless, lights or not. Here we go, Jason Webb initiates into the outside zone. Tyler Mayer, what's going on here? He had a great chase run earlier, but Jason Webb in that Ford Mustang, the Green Goblin, coming down into that inside clip, transitioning now. Oh, there it is. That's what we were looking for. Wow. Tyler Mayer, definitely want to see that overhead. Tyler, he was baking in that smoke right there. But look at Webb continuing on. Great angle from Webb, bringing all the way out to that wall. Comes unwound. So again, Tyler started out, but progressively got closer and closer. But Jason gave him the opportunity to absolutely shine, but he got there eventually.
Man, he's using all the angle at the end of this bank here. You can see him real settled, real fast up top there. And Mayer kind of got a little shooken up there as we come off of the bank. You can see him pouring more angle onto that Mustang. Mayer doing a great job of getting right in that pocket, dropping a wheel. Webb was through that outer zone, but gets real nice and tidy there. Mayer also dropping a wheel, a little unsettled there in the chase there in the latter half of that power alley as Webb pulls a little further away from that S13 hatch as we take another look coming off of the bank. Webb, little left foot brake in there, settles the car up and stays right on that razor edge of coming out of bounds as Mayer takes out our clip point to get that proximity. Not quite matching the angle, but he's reel him in and then kind of falls back out of the pocket. So kind of uncharacteristic here this late in the game for both, or in the chase position for Mayer. So let's see if he can make up for it, get that clean air, and see if Webb gives chase in that non-stop tuning. Just always tuning.
Always,
Mustang.
dude. Just always. They're just non-stop, man. Non-stop. So again, Jason Webb, really nice guy. His lovely wife, again, coming all the way from South Africa. Mayer out front, clean air. Expect a good lead run here. And man, sticks it right to the wall. But Jason Webb, unflappable right now. Again, second place in Atlanta. If he advances on, he's definitely going to take a commanding lead in the championship hunt, coming across into those outside zones and transition past, but unfazed by the smoke. Webb shoots in on the inside. Tyler filling all those last outside zones, second to last, and crossing the finish. So again, on either side, it looked like, again, Tyler had, as far as chase runs go, Tyler was back there, and then he tightened up at the end, and it was the opposite for Jason.
Yeah, Jason had a really good chase on the bank here. I mean, just absolute doored him, and he even sent a little boop there, I think, to the door of Mayer there as we dives in here. I thought he was going to peel the bumpers off of either one of these cars in this next transition as we go back and forth, and that's where it kind of almost over-rotates, but stays in the game and gets back in that pocket just a little bit further behind, and the mistake kind of unravels itself, and unfortunately that's going to be a little deduction in that chase position towards the end of that power alley as we take another look at him wavering, just absolutely putting on the pressure. He just about, if he was on the other side, he is on the side, he's about to open the door. Yeah, Mayer getting off of that bank as he does a good transition here through that smoke. A lot of angle from our lead driver here, Tyler Mayer, as he's pouring it on throttle through the end of the course. Webb doing a great job keeping up with him despite almost over-rotating. So it's going to be, we're splitting hairs here. I mean, do you look at the mistake of Webb's, or was Mayer's just overall kind of proximity being greater going to be the end of his story for tonight?
All right, waiting for the verdict, Mayer and Jason Webb. Looks like the verdicts are in. Some great driving by Jason Webb. And again, don't know just yet how the championship run is at. Right? So, but here we go. Slide him left for Webb or right for Tyler Mayer. Tyler Mayer gets the win and moves on. Knocking out second in points. The South African driver knocked out in the 8th. But again, still a great effort. But Tyler is really just developing here tonight, making a name for himself, driving cross country. He's in the Final 4. So Tyler Mayer waiting to find out who he'll go against. Will it be Brudski or Booth? But let's throw it down to Lorette with an update.
Matt Bystrak just got his car off the tow truck. Matt, what are you dealing with?
I snapped a tie rod, and when I was battling Jerry, I tapped him a little bit with the front wheel coming off the bank. I didn't really think much of it. It wasn't a problem really in my lead. At least I didn't feel like it was. And I think that might be why in the burnout box we weakened it, we bent it. I didn't really see anything in the steering. However, I think that is probably why we are dealing with a broken tie rod right now.
Perfect. Thank you so much for letting me know. The clock is lit at 5 o'clock, and no hands are on the car quite yet. But as soon as that happens, that clock will start counting down.
Awesome. Thank you for the update, Lorette. And here we are, Brudski and Booth. Brudski and Booth in the Ineos Motor Oil Great 8. And again, Lorette talking with Dimitri. This is basically the closest track to his home, 15 miles down the road. A lot of family cheering him on. Never settle, but Sean would love to play spoiler right here in his own backyard. Brudski flying, ripping through the course. Here goes Booth. Where is he going? He is absolutely to the moon. Oh boy, comes across. Booth, he is on his own trajectory like Haley's Comet coming across. Wow. That was the kissing Booth, and he was using everything. He was using his tongue with that one.
Yeah, he was using
that was insane. What was going on there, man?
Yeah, he got a lot.
I felt like his throttle got stuck.
Yeah, he McDonald when he should have been wending out there. I don't know what. I mean, he was coming in hot off that bank. If you watch that live in the building, the speed coming out of this car, but then just absolutely mistimed. That's going to be a big incomplete in Booth's camp here, unfortunately. But it's not over yet. It's not over until it's over. So he's got a chance to get the clean air and somehow force a mistake on our former champion, PROSPEC champion Brudski here. You could just.
Again, he's throttle stuck. He's trying to. I mean, he was just marinating in that smoke. He was all up in that thing.
He just lifted way too early in order to make that transition. I think that's got to be. Without talking to him, that's all I can assess at this point. But.
Yeah, what are the speeds, man? I mean, he just didn't. I mean, 70 something.
Yeah, we've been seeing mid-60s, I'd say, but yeah, we're tickling the 70s. That's they're cooking.
High 60s, 70s. All right, so Sean Booth now out front. Now, if he keeps that pace, and I mean, he's not going to have smoke in his face, which is good, but he is ripping once again, and the angle is insane. Look at that angle coming to the inside clip. But again, he's sitting on an incomplete. So if Brudski keeps it decent, he will advance on. But Sean knows he needs to be absolutely just airtight on this run. And Brudski, wow. It was, I don't know, Sean, he's hopped up on Rockstar Energy Drink or something because, wow.
That was fierce.
Dude, his speed and angle was unmatched.
He was over 70, about 72 miles an hour into that bank. And look at you can see the mile an hour differences. Brudski trying to do all he can to keep up with. But then again, got to use that championship temperament as Brudski just needs to stay in the game. He doesn't need to put it on the door. He doesn't need to wow us. He just needs to make a complete chaseable chase run against Booth here. And Booth, I mean, hats off to Brudski because that thing is an absolute rocket ship.
Whoa, yeah.
And angle too, like it's such a feat.
I mean, you know, Brudski, I think he was phased a little bit. I felt like, just watch these last zones. Like he got lost here. Look how shallow he is. But that just doesn't offset the major mistake that Sean Booth had going from outside 1 to the moon.
Big time.
Brudski and Booth. Yeah, Sean Booth.
Give it up.
Ripping. Never settle. What's he shaking his finger at? Oh man, that was fun. And these guys do a lot of battling at E-Town. So, you know, I mean, yes, he's 15 miles down the road, but the E-Town Gamblers, always a great event to see Brudski and Booth. As let's take a look here. Slide him left, I'm assuming, for Brudski just after that major mistake by Sean Booth. Brudski moves on. Brudski moves on. Where the Brudski fans at? Make some noise. From right here in Mass.
All right.
So Brudski will advance on, and he will be going against Mr. Mayer. So let's go down to Lorette Nickel. Lorette, what's cooking?
Well, Tyler and I just having a conversation from Evergreen Speedway, so he's comfortable on banks, and you are just linking all of this together. What's your comfort level like here in Connecticut?
It's getting better and better. I'm super grateful to do an interview with you. We missed it by like a second last time, but it's super cool. I come from Evergreen Speedway, so after you get past top 32 and top 16, it's just flow state, and then everything is easy and you're just flowing. So it's awesome.
Yeah, it's so good. And how's the smoke screen for you?
If you're in the pocket, it's fine, but if you get lost, it's kind of hard. You just have to hope and pray. Yeah.
Well, Tyler, thank you so much. Best of luck moving forward. Appreciate you, guys.
Thank you, Lorette. Just about 3 minutes left on the competition timeout of Matthew Bystrak. And we have one battle left in the grade 8 to forge our final four. Braden Lawns waiting to see if it's Bystrak or Cameron Sorensen. And then, and keep in mind, you know, again, Cameron, excuse me, is definitely a fierce competitor. And Tyler Mayer, Brudski, they are on the other side of it. So Lawns, Brudski, Tyler Mayer. So I will tell you that it looks like Dimitri Brudski is guaranteed a podium. He is the highest qualifying driver out of the remaining 5 drivers in total. So he's guaranteed a podium if he loses that battle, because qualified 3rd. So, all right. So again, we'll take a short break. Yeah. When we come back, we'll see where Bystrak's at in regards to everything going down. And again, let's see where Bystrak lands. So we'll be right back. The plot thickens here at Stafford Speedway in Stafford, Connecticut.
Adam LZ here to tell you that motorsports has taken me just about everywhere. And no matter the scenario, Link ECU is the answer. The flexibility Link gives me for drifting, the precision I need on track, the durability to handle off the track, and the reliability you want in a daily driver. Even when pushing an entire motorsport to a bigger level, Link ECU has been with me every step of the way.
The best machines have a heart, and it's your responsibility to protect what drives you forward. Because when the heart performs, everything performs. No limits, no compromises, pure performance. Ineos.
All right, so again, the clock is at 0. And it looks like it is down, and that is like a buzzer beater.
Are you sure?
Or is it?
Yeah, let's let this simmer here, because
yeah, I mean, I saw them applaud and give themselves a round of applause, but that does not.
He took the Wally.
Wally's off. That is the kiss of death, exactly. So pulling Wally off the car, it looks like Bystrak is not able to make it to the line. So unfortunate there for Bystrack. So this will be a bye run for the young Cameron Sorensen going to the Final Four. So again, saw the applause there, but I thought it was a buzzer beater, but I was reading the body language of Matthew Bystrack's team.
Maybe they didn't have a lug nut tightening.
Yeah.
Something, yeah, that's Kevin's call, of course. It's not safe.
So very unfortunate for Matthew Bystrack. Definitely hold his head high. He had a great full series of days, so very unfortunate. And Cameron Sorensen, Leon, listen, he's going to the Final Four. Congratulations to the young Cameron Sorensen. He'll be going against another young driver. The future is now. Lawns and Sorensen, Mayer and Brudski. And there it is, just like that, Cameron Sorensen finishes his bye run, and the Final Four is set. As I said, Lawns and Sorensen, Mayer and Brudski.
Yeah, besides Brudski kind of being in the mix, there's a lot of new players and young players in this Final Four, Jared. It's really cool to see. I've always said, we got these guys that can just come out of the mix, whether they're rookies or just been refining their skill and taking out big players. Yeah. It's really cool to see.
Cameron Sorensen, I'd love to see it. I don't want to speak out of turn here. I don't want to speak out of turn here, but correct me if I'm wrong, but Haroya Manoa, the youngest ever to win an event, to podium and then to win. But Cameron Sorensen is younger, and keep in mind, PROSPEC by comparison to Pro.
Yes.
So again, while we are waiting to see the Final Four, let's relive James Dean, the 5-time champ, winning his 5th championship, the current and defending Formula Drift Pro champ, James the Machine Dean.
Wow, I don't know, I'm lost for words. Huge thanks to the RTR team, Pinzile Ultra Platinum, my family that are watching at home. I wish you were all here. I wasn't expecting it this weekend, Wow, yeah, this is a lot, but thank you all.
James Dean, he does have another battle in the finals. Matt Field, the Beast from the Bay, versus your official 2025 and 5-time Formula Drift champion, James the Machine Dean. Let's send it for the final time here in Utah. Your 2025 and 5-time Formula Drift champion, trying to sweeten the deal with a victory here in Utah.
It's just a dream. It's a dream come true. I dedicated my entire life to this sport, and I'm very, very lucky to be driving with such an amazing team.
Matt Field would love to get the win and advance above Adam Elsie and Frederick Osbo going into the final round. But James Dean, once again, dominant in the 2025 season. Man, clinical, the doctor, the machine. Your winner, round 7 of that new championship is unanimously James the Machine Dean is your winner and champion.
Young me would have never believed that I was capable of this. So for anyone watching that you have dreams, just chase them, because if you're passionate enough and you work hard enough, anything is possible.
James the Machine!
This is amazing, and can't wait for Long Beach. We're going to enjoy it.
And there we are, seeing Dimitri Brudski and Mayer, Tyler Mayer. Can he put it together and take down Dimitri Brudski? Like I said, Brudski is guaranteed a podium, qualified 3rd coming into this round. He finished 3rd, better yet. So again, shaking things up quite a bit. Finished 3rd in Atlanta. So I'm getting eyeballs on, looks like, who's that on the far side of the track? I know Cameron Sorensen.
Cameron's rolling in now.
All right, so yeah, we got all Final Four vehicles. We're ready to rip. Tyler Mayer, Dimitri Brudski. Who are we going to see first? Thought we were going to jump over to Brudski and Mayer, but
Looks like they turned that car around real quick.
Yeah. Lawns. Yep, we're gonna see Lawns and Cameron. Hey, you're feeling the flow?
Feeling the flow,
dude. Go with it. The tire agent. Final 4. Braden Lawns, Cameron Sorensen. Be sure to buy your Formula Drift gear, kids. Come on by the booth or go online. ShopFD.com. Buy your gear.
He's milking a cow too.
Reverse. All right. There we are, jumping in. I mean, you saw the stats there, the numbers, combined age.
Not even our age.
I was just gonna say. Not even our age.
Not even our decade.
So impressive, man.
Funny.
I love it.
But yeah, I mean, it's good to see the generation, the next generation, blooming in front of our eyes here. We're in the golden hour.
The accessibility, you know, just the tenacity, even at a young age. You know, no sympathy on the door of Lawns, and as he talked about, you know, separating my shoulder, my dad said, we could stop or you keep on going, but read your door, live it. Don't just say it, live it. All right, Cameron Sorensen, thumbs up. Lawns here. He'll be chasing him down. Local time just before 10 p.m. here on the East Coast. Here goes Sorensen through that start chicane. Let's see what Cameron's got for us. Lawns, he's been doing it all night. Look at him jump up. Locked and loaded, these two young guns coming down into that first inside clip. Ooh, looked like Cameron a little, he could have definitely been deeper there, and he goes deep in that first inside zone in the power alley, swings it around, throws Lawns off quite a bit. So as Lawns, you can see him just reeling him in and crossing the finish line. The crowd explodes there for Sorensen and Lawns.
Looking a little unsettled there in the power alley. First, it kind of I'll walk you through here. I'm kind of unraveled here, but Cameron doing a really great job on that bank, and Lawns sticking it right there, that number 13 S chassis as we bring it off the bank. And Cameron tries again. He gets about a tire into that inner clip, but 1-2 tires off, and can't help but Lawns following the leader here as we get back into that outer zone. And Cameron had a lot of angle early. He's just back on the throttle. Gives an opportunity for Lawns to really make up some real estate between the two of them. As you can see here from our boy Justin, is he just got a whisper of a wish of a tire in there. It's 2 tires for sure off, in my opinion, as Lawns capitalizes on that angle being thrown off. So Cameron loses a little bit of momentum there, gets a little foot brake in that outer zone, and finishes off his lead run. And Lawns sticking it right there with him with no sympathy, looking for no gaps. Let's reverse the roles.
Smack it up, flip it, and reverse it. Here we go. Lawns, Sorensen. I'm expecting a heater, dude.
Barn burner.
Yeah, just wait. Lawns. He has been ripping in that lead position all night. Can he do it again? Can Cameron hang tough? There goes Lawns. Wow. Set it and forget it. Wow. Look at his speed, the precision from this young driver. This smoke just bellowing out the back. Perfect execution on the inside clip. Nice job on that outside zone transition. I mean, this is just a textbook run. Using all of the course, getting all the way out there, those outside zones, and the angle that he is doing it at. Masterclass. A veteran drive right there. And doing that, as you said, with a 255, 35, 18.
Good.
I mean, he's driving like he's got 3 10s.
Yeah, I agree, Jared. Like,
ripping.
Like I said, what really shines me on is driving at that speed with that angle. I mean, Cameron was a little bit deeper here, but Lawns really shined on coming off the bank in that power alley, as we'll see here shortly again. But Cameron does a great job of kind of timing his transitions well, but Lawns is just on fire out there with the clean air, doing all he can, just adding all the angle on that F chassis as Cameron does. Also keeps up, sacrificing a little bit of angle, but Lawns is doing a great job of keeping it clean, checking the boxes 3 times in that lead position. As we take another look for FRE Pouches replay. A lot tighter than Cameron there on that first inner clip. Great position here, not dropping 1 or 2 tires like Cameron did in his lead, and does a great job having those snappy transitions. We talked about the driver goals, or expectations, if you will. Keys to victory, snappy transitions, coming across at angle, past those inner clips, and Lawns does just that. Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, so good there. Big Cage Kid sticker on the roof. Shout out to Rob and the Cage Kids camp there in Utah. But again, Optima battery, BMW, comp cams, everybody using GT radio. Slide him left for Cameron, right for Braden Lawns, and yes, there it is. Very well deserved. Lawns gets the victory. He is on the box. He is on the podium. Congratulations, Cameron. Just a bit outside. Again, just talking about position.
For podium, you're talking?
Yeah, for podium. So again, he still could get it if Brudski gets the win.
Yes.
Cameron Sorensen would be 3rd place, but if Mayer gets the victory, Cameron is just outside of the box. So Brudski, he knows this track. He's, again, 15 miles down the road. He's got a lot of family support here. Tyler Mayer talking about Evergreen, talking about Monroe, Pacific Northwest. He's been driving really well. I would say a little more aggressively. Brudski is driving more systematically.
Yeah, I feel like Brudski, I would expect him having a little more comfort. I feel like he might not admit it, but he just doesn't look as comfortable as we're usually seeing him. I hope he knows that he needs to polish a little bit of things up.
Yeah, he said something earlier. He says it's really hard. You know, just to be precise, to be on. I think that's the sentiment that I heard from him earlier when he's talking to Lorette. It's just like, it's really tough. Like, something to that sentiment. So I don't know exactly what that means. Maybe we can find out later when he's on the podium or Lorette asked him, you know, because, again, he is guaranteed on the box.
Absolutely.
Either 3rd place or, at minimum 3rd place. Yeah. So here we go. The other side of the Final Four, brought to you by Tire Agent, is Dimitri Brudski and Tyler Mayer. All right, Brudski will lead in that BMW. Mayer in the S13. Coming down the chute in that first outside zone. Tyler Mayer needs to jump up to that wall. Brudski not making it difficult at all right now. And Mayer dropping back. All right, so like I said, very systematic. It looks like Brudski punts that inside clip out of the way. Good transition from Brudski, and Mayer timed that really well. Yeah. And now coming through that last outside zone and into the wall goes Brudski and Mayer. So I'll kind of eat my own words right there. That was, I think, systematic, but, you know, a little more aggressive, but he made that look really easy.
Yeah, and the only thing to take away, he did take out that clip, so it's going to be a very big, he's probably going to get a 0 on that zone fill. We'll confirm with that later, but Mayer playing a little bit game of catch-up here on bank 1, and Brudski, I felt like he was going to get higher, you know, this being a Final Four battle, but you see him punting that away. Mayer, he followed him into that, so that's no fault on him. Great transition by both parties. Mayer just a half a step behind here, but he does a good job maintaining that proximity as Brudski never settles and never leaves an opportunity quite open. So Mayer doing a good job keeping up with our ex-champ here as we take another look from Justin Smash as we swing it around there. You can see the punt, the base, poof, gone. They both got to hit that clip, which is pretty rare. As you can see Mayer
showed you the proximity.
Yeah, exactly.
Showed you the mimicking. He was
absolutely
right there. So the mimicking percentage there.
Following him off the bridge, that's for sure. As we reverse the rolls, and Mayer gets the clean air as we do a little delete here, or as a little cable tie action. Yeah.
All right, Max on the start line talking to Tyler Mayer, seeing what's going on.
Or maybe he might force a 5 here if it's something that Max can't address with a zip tie or some side cuts. We'll see here.
Yeah, some of those canards hanging off or something.
Yeah.
Very busy livery there from Tyler Mayer. So what you doing tonight?
Well, you know, I was thinking about, you know, putting a stroker kit in my 2JZ, Max. What do you think? Well, you know, Max is a big 2JZ guy.
Yeah, I know he is. I know he is. So, yeah, I think he's asking, hey, do you want me to rip it off? What do you want me to do here, brother?
Put some effort into it. Come on, Max, you can do it. Everybody cheer for Max. Get that bumper.
You can do it. Put your back into it.
Come on, Max! He might need more help than he can get there. It looks like we got Lawns.
There's Lawns separating his shoulder, but not separating himself from that wall. He is on the box, his first ever FD podium here in PROSPEC. Congratulations, what a talent of Braden Lawns. From what I understand, just a real great family effort there.
Who's getting the gaffer's tape out?
Oh man, got race tape. Yeah, the splitter. You can see right there. Okay, so yeah, it's just that. Yeah. Is he just gonna?
It's like, I don't have the power.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna tape that thing up. Body part coming off.
Yeah, especially in the lead position, we want to have as least amount of distractions as possible.
Yeah, that is a very, very good point. If he initiates and something flies off. So here we are in the tire agent, final 4. Lawns waiting on the other side for the finals. Let's take a look at the current standing. So Jason Webb jumps up, and look at Corey Talaska all the way down to 4th. That is as of right now. So again, considering that Braden Lawns is in the finals, Webb is knocked out. Brudski, who is still sitting in 3rd, but we're about to find out where he ends up. Is he going to the finals? He could surpass Jason Webb, but of course, it's going to be a tussle for Braden Lawns. So Corey Talaska, Cameron Sorensen, Jerry Johnson, Aiden Copham. So Copham still holds on to the top 10. Bystrak, Mac Mumi, and again on Sunday night, we will officially be halfway through both of the championship seasons. All right, looks like we are strapped up, strapping in.
They're going to probably let him re-scrub here. We're icing the drivers a little bit.
Yeah, that was definitely a sufficient amount of time. That Popeye Energy, Yellow Speed Racing, S Chassis, Dimitri pulling up to the line. It looks like they're good to go. And again, keep in mind those 255s, they only got so much rubber. You know, if you go just a little extra long, they definitely get slick. Here we go. Tire agent final 4, the other side. Who's going against Lawns in the final? Who's going to come out on top? And look at this, Brudski way down over there. That's kind of an interesting approach. Look at that. From side to side, using all the course, gets into formation. And there, Tyler Mayer, great degree of angle. Look at Dimitri, quickly massages that thing back, but it ends up biting him right there because he drops back a little bit. Watch, he's going to regain his ground here in these last outside zones. There goes Brudski. But look at Mayer's placement of the back end of that 13. Uses all of the course.
Real good job there by Mayer. That was I love the angle coming off that bank there, Jared. Let's unpack that run as we check it out here. Mayer doing a little flick of the wrist there, completely filling his own straightaway. Brudski a little late to the party as he stayed shallow, but gets into that pocket real soon. He was kind of getting too far ahead of that in that chase position, and overall, as he was a little late to this transition as well. Very uncharacteristic of Brudski. I expected him to kind of keep punching and being more aggressive here against Mayer. He's got, you know, a lot of experience under his belt. Right here, you can see him get ahead of that pocket again, while Mayer is just doing his thing in the lead position as he should be. So it's a very interesting turn of events here as Brudski just, I don't know if he just couldn't contain the forwardness, the forward bite of that car to put it in the pocket where it needed to be, but his timing was just a little bit off as well, so it was just kind of the crux kind of fell apart for him, but Mayer doing a great job keeping the car at angle and showing us how it's done.
All right, so do we have a victor? Who is going against Lawns in the finals? Going one more time. Is it Mayer? Is it Brudski? Analyzing the data, seeing the placements, utilizing the angles, the 2 different drones. The tools that the judges are using have just really progressed. You know, from 2004, even over the last 5 years. Let's just call it what it is, since 2020. It's been really, really impressive. All right, slide them left for Brudski, right for Tyler Mayer, and it's a one more time, and that's what I expected. One more times across the boards, Brudski and Mayer. So Lawns waits to find out. So fresh tires, more fuel, and we'll see him again. Lawns waits in the wings. So let's see.
Yeah, let's check it out. We got a side-by-side with the Wally here. As you can see, the difference here, actually almost identical chase positions until about midway bank, as you get the proximity advantage to Brudski, but he was also kind of wavering and not matching the angle as well as Mayer in the chase position on the left. You can see him timing a little better than Brudski and not falling far as back. So I think from a judge's standpoint, I think they went lead for lead, but maybe we can get one of the boys here chiming in. But great job by both parties. They're going to get new life here in that final 4. So nothing is set yet, as they'll get new tires and fresh fuel. All right, Final four still not complete here as we got the left side of the first side of the final bracket of Braden Lons is going to be battling the winner of the one more time battle of Tyler Mayer and Dmitry Brudski. Still not set. As a very close call. All three judges unanimously getting a one more time here at the O'Reilly Auto Parts top 16. So let's check out Ryan Turk in this season.
This has been fun.
Yeah,
it's been
a good ride.
Yeah.
It's been a good ride, guys.
Yeah.
Makes me a little sad, but I think it's just the right time. So yeah, this is going to be my last full season in Formula Drift. It's a weird feeling. What I can be most proud of is just being a top driver throughout 20 years of competition in Formula Drift. You know, I've had my ups and downs with cars and teams and everything, and to kind of go out on my own terms, I think is a special thing as well. Been able to be one of the guys that has helped progress the sport into what it is today is, you know, I'll take that. That's pretty cool. You know, my wife and I just had our second son on October 31st, so he's a Halloween baby. His name's Sonny. And then we also have our first son, Roman, who's about 4 years old now. You know, I've been doing drifting for so long. I've been chasing it for 20 years. And I just feel like I've given everything that I can give the sport.
Come on, make some noise, Atlanta! This is Ryan Turk's swan song!
I guess that's driving me this year is just wanting to have a fun season. I feel like the pressure's not off my shoulders, but I feel like there's less of it knowing it's my last year. And I think trying to just look at the sport and enjoy it for what it is without having to feel so focused on all these minute things.
He's advancing on into the Great Eight.
Adam LZ here to tell you that motorsports has taken me just about everywhere. And no matter the scenario, Link ECU is the answer. The flexibility Link gives me for drifting, the precision I need on track, the durability to handle off the track, and the reliability you want in a daily driver. Even when pushing an entire motorsport to a bigger level, Link ECU has been with me every step of the way.
BC Forged Wheels, custom built per order, offering extensive design, finish, and machining options. Strength, style, and precision come standard. Track proven, street ready. BC Forged, proud sponsor of Formula Drift 2026.
Need a little help? O'Reilly Auto Parts has help. Need some advice? We got advice. No matter what you need, we have thousands of professional parts people doing their part to make sure you have it. Exceptional customer service. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
With a Canon Image ProGraph Pro 1100 professional photo printer, my images come alive in print. What I see through my lens is what you see on the wall. Vivid, detailed, and accurate.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back from break. Tyler sitting here, calm, confident, and ready to have a good time. How do you do exactly that?
Once you just get locked into a flow state, you just let God take the wheel and you're good. Brewski's a champion, so it is so cool to one more time him, like a legend like that.
What are your expectations at this point?
I don't have none. I can just send it as much as I can. That last transition through the smoke, it was risky. I couldn't see for like a little bit, but it paid off.
So at that point, did you just rely on muscle memory?
I mean, yeah, just foot down, popped up, and I was in the right position. I was like, whew.
All right, I will let you concentrate. Guys, of course, this is Tyler's rookie season, and he is looking for the best result of his second ever time drifting in FD.
What a stat there. So again, just trying to move on here. Tyler Mayer, Dmitry Brutsky, Lawns waiting. Mayer talking about the flow state, baby. Again, just such a great track. Everybody's been so fantastic. Remember, we're back here tomorrow. Tomorrow for our pro round 4 competition. That begins at 3:30 local time. 3:30 local time live stream, and then again, identical schedule, 8 o'clock for tomorrow night's festivities in the Pro Championship. So really pressing here, man.
We are. This is
Mayer. This is justifiable, man. I'm really liking some familiar faces, some new faces.
Right.
Lawns,
Yeah.
dude. I mean, this is so cool.
Brutsky's showing us he's still got it.
Yeah.
He's still in the game, despite all these young bucks trying to, you know, take the spotlight.
Including his son.
Right? Well, that's okay too. I like that. That's probably one of my favorite things, you know.
I want to see his son. Like,
you want to see them battle
I want
each
to see
other?
him in PROSPEC. Because I think Papa Goosh and Ken Gooshie, they might have battled back in the day.
Was it a Wednesday?
It wasn't a Wednesday for sure. It was not a Wednesday. Back in the day, it was either I believe it'd be a Saturday.
Okay.
I'd be a smart aleck.
Better be the dumb aleck.
Oh my gosh, dude. Go ahead. I'm gonna steal your newspaper tomorrow. Dork.
Joke's on you, I don't get papers.
Good point. Good point about papers.
I'm sure Sorensen doesn't.
Long story short, newspapers on porches. Here we go. Good point. Here we go, the one more time battle, Brutsky and Mayer. Let's see who's going against Lawns in the final. Thumbs up, hammer down, never settle, and Popeye. Let's go, send it, here we go. Dmitry Brutsky initiates across the nose of Mayer. And there you go, as Brutsky, and look at Mayer, tucks in nicely. I mean, mimicking percentage has got to be high on that. Across the nose, no, Mayer. He pulled a Sean Booth scenario, overcooked it, lost in the sauce. The flow state got a little disrupted, got rocky there for Tyler Mayer. Brutsky consistent all the way across the line. Oh,
he was just talking about that very situation.
The smoke.
With Lorette, and he's like, oh, hopefully I pop up in the right spot. This time, not so much. So Brutsky getting in real cozy with that bank here. Mayer right there with him, looking super calm. Very little wavering from both parties as we get off the bank. Tyler, just unbelievable as he comes out of the smoke on the wrong side of the track and sticks with it though for show. So that's going to be incomplete in the chase run as Brutsky does his thing up front. That's truly unfortunate that it's kind of a lull in the finals here, but it's not over yet.
No,
it's not over yet.
Look at just, I mean,
he's bathing in it.
So hard to see.
You know, besides the smoke coming out of him, I'm sure there's smoke coming in from his own car. Like,
he was baptized in smoke, man.
Absolutely, by the drift gods themselves. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but Brutsky did a good job, you know, unwavering out front. So, Mayer, let's see what you got. It's not over yet, bud. Not over yet.
Yeah, there's a major advantage. And again, this is exactly what Sean did against Brutsky.
Yeah.
And Brutsky played that tempered championship poise strategy.
Yeah.
So here we go. Mayer initiates. Brutsky drops in the line, not too aggressive, nothing crazy, but Mayer, he's really got to let it all hang out. And Brutsky dives in very shallow, but Mayer, look at it, just getting a little too sloppy here. Is Tyler Mayer, and Brutsky looks like he is going to sink the sword in or put the BMW on his door to really let him know, yep, I'm meant to be here. So Brutsky unofficially will get the victory here.
super unofficial.
And just like that, yeah, that is not unofficial. That's going to be official. So scores are already in. So it's going to be Brudski and Lons in the final, and that means Cameron Sorensen will be on the box.
Yes, sir.
That is unreal. All right, Wacky Wave credit carries the arm guy. Dimitri Brudski, Tyler Mayer. Slide him left for Dimitri Brudski. He's going to the finals.
All right.
Nice job, well done. So Lons and Brudski and Cameron Sorensen will round out the podium. Tyler Mayer, great effort. Hold your head high. We'll see you in Indy, and as Lorette said, a second ever competition in FD. And there we are seeing Braden Lons. And again, you can see Brudski ripping back to the pits, get some fresh GT radial tires and some fuel in the tank. Lons
kind of getting put on ice himself there.
You know, I mean, I as some people know, and people that follow me on Instagram, I golf a lot, and I know caddies, they say a lot of the time when their golfers are unhealthy, they play better because they default back to their core, like memories, values, execution, right?
Okay.
So when somebody's like a little hurt, they're going to play better because they rely on what they know. They don't overcook it. They don't do too much. They
instincts.
do the instincts. There you go. Thank you. So with Braden separating his shoulder, that very well could be the scenario here. He is like
I see what you're getting
not doing too much. He's doing just enough, and that's why Lons is here. So I mean, again, he's going against a multiple year champion in the PROSPEC championship. So again, Brudski knows his course. He's going to sleep in his own bed tonight. He's got a lot of people supporting him here. And Lons, he's just cool as a cucumber, being so young. Like I said, look at the age between Lons and Cameron Sorensen, two young kids.
Yeah, just to go back, I've been talking about all these new younger drivers and these rookies just really shining us on in this PROSPEC so far. We're almost halfway through officially, and so the finals are set. Let's see what happens.
Lons and Brudski. Remember, tomorrow, our pro main event, Top 32, begins at 3 o'clock. Round 4, the Formula Drift Pro Championship. We're leveling up, bigger tires, bigger motors, all of that. It's going down here at Stafford Speedway, Stafford, Connecticut. And last time we did it was in Orlando. Back at it like a track addict. OSW, what a battle it was. Chris the Force Forsberg, that Destin Industries all-new Z. He was definitely twisting the screws. Waturo Masayama there. Again, Adam LZ, James the Machine Dean. What a battle it was. Ryan Turk, Dylan Hughes, just some of your usual suspects. They're all doing battle tomorrow for round 4 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship. But there's one driver that came out on top, and he currently leads the championship. Always a bridesmaid, never a bride. He has never won a championship, and this very well could be his year. He's been driving really well in a new chassis, a new car, that field suspension, Subaru BRZ. These guys saw each other at a previous event, and they didn't talk until they saw each other in the finals. He says, I'll see you in Orlando, I'll see you in the finals, and there it is, the signature celebration face
double
of
fist
Odie Bakshis, dude. Yeah, there's the signature celebration move from Odie Bakshis. So Connor Shanahan won round 1. Vaughn Gittin Jr. played spoiler, the two-time champ, showed up and just took the trophy and ran. Odie Bakshis got 3rd, and here we are in Stafford. Remember, we round out the entirety of the season, a brand new venue, Indy Raceway Park, not Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Also Las Vegas, but we got Seattle, we talked about Monroe, and then LB2, the streets of Long Beach. It's going to be awesome. The Shoreline Showdown, as we deem it. And Cameron Sorensen.
he's ready for his trophy.
Dude, Cameron Sorensen just hanging out. He's ready to get on that box and get the carbon fiber trophy, kid. Yeah, he wants to celebrate his victory on the podium, man. His brother and sister got to be absolutely elated for him.
Absolutely.
Look at him.
He looks relieved.
Yes, or just gassed.
Looking like he just put in a 60-hour week.
Yeah, the old ball and chain. She's been,
yeah, the old Ben Affleck.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, Brudski back there in his pit, unfazed, unflappable. He knows what he's capable of, as do longtime Formula Drift fans. All right. We got a beautiful moon, a beautiful night here. So thank you, everybody. Hey, stomp your feet for me. All you fans here in the building, stomp your feet, make some noise.
Ooh, I feel it.
There we
Feel
go.
the vibrations.
Like Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. All right. So, new GT radial tires, some fuel in the tanks. Are you excited for the finals? Who's coming back tomorrow night? Make some noise! Connecticut, New England. We're gonna burn this place down tomorrow night. Join us. Again, 3 o'clock, and then continue on, 8 o'clock. Same bat time,
yes,
same
sir.
bat channel, just elevated weapons of vehicles and drivers and all of it. So, again, some great talent going down tomorrow night. I'm just looking at this
I was just looking
as a
admiring
sandbox.
that, yeah.
Just so many different, you know, if you're a kid, just Hot Wheels, just ripping those things around, right?
Absolutely, Jared. That's what a sight. This is such a great facility. We've had such great competition here, some upsets and some standouts. Just good times, all just smiles, goosebumps. It's been a great. I can't wait for this final. We're not even done yet.
We're not done yet, but this is our final battle. Could it go one more time? Is it going to be electric again? Braden Lawns taking down a multiple-year champion. Throw him into Bob, the burn-out box. Light up those GT radials for potentially one last time. There are the stats. 15 years young. He could be Dimitri's son.
How old is it? How old is
I think his son's about that age.
Yeah, okay.
So, again, Braden Lawns going against Dimitri Brutski, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And here we are. Are you ready to send it, Stafford? All right.
Wrangle him in there, Max.
Bring him on home. Bring him on home. Brutski and Lawns going into their stables. Like racehorses at the racetrack, the Preakness. Let's see how they throw down. Who's coming out on top? Who's gonna win? Here, round 2 of the Link Engine Management PROSPEC Championship, Stafford Speedway. The Battle of Springs. And here we go, Dimitri Brutski out front. Lawns initiates in tow. Brutski dragging the wall. Look how high Brutski is. Lawns a little phase there, and Brutski ramping up, leveling up. Here in that lead position. Lawns gets to the side of him. Lawns too aggressive in the chase position and gets to the side of Brutski. Gonna leave it all out on the track, literally with body parts strewn about.
He risked it, and he ate the biscuit.
Yeah. All right, and you know, hopefully just cosmetic. I'm sure they'll again, we'll see who is at fault, but ripping off that front bumper of Dimitri Brutski, just checking out what's going on here. Great looking car of Lawns.
Right.
Yeah, love the graphics, the paint, the flake, all of it. Definitely looking good as Lawns under his own power. So again, now we got to see who's at fault.
Let's see what's going on here. I'm sure we'll take another look with Wally's POV here as Lawns is a little shook, like you said, with the proximity of Brutski to that wall. So let's transition. Looking clean, got wheel-to-wheel contact, and the car just over-rotated. Now, they were well beyond that decel zone coming off the bank here, so we're getting past interclipped one. You can see Brutski doing his thing, transitioning. Lawns comes out of the smoke, just too fierce, and basically goes tire to tire, gets a little boop at the snoot, and spins him around.
So this is really going to come into play here. It's the telemetry. You can see Brutski decelling, you know, and again, coasting now. So Brutski is the white number. Look how slow he is. Lawns coming 52, 50, and Brutski 39 miles per hour. That is crawling there, and Lawns is trying to slow down.
And he does, with the help of Brutski's car,
yeah.
Unfortunately, in the wrong kind of way. Yeah. So, interesting. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, Jared.
So is it a roadblock? Did he decel too much?
But what we didn't look at was that map, because there is one before that zone. I don't feel like he.
Look at Lawrence, right back. 15 years old, gladiator right now.
Yes.
So yeah, and again, you can see how the decel is going from the transition of 1 to 2, but it fades out. So it's like, and then going into zone 3, you can see that that's where the contact was made.
Yeah. So now that we kind of established where that second decel zone is, right before outer zone 3, we'll take a look at that as they get off the bank here shortly. VR Racer replay, courtesy of Wally here. So you can see Brudski's decelling right there. He's got an orange zone, not fully red. Gets back on it. So now we're kind of coasting at this point. Now we're talking about the lead position here. Car's rotating. Little touch of a decel there. Coasting.
Lons
little touch there.
Up.
And Lons it's showing decel there even before.
Okay, so what's interesting, look at that, look at that.
So
you
where
see that
if we go
graph
back
down the bottom.
Yeah. Where it kind of laid it out here. Yeah, that's interesting. So they're in. I feel like they're in the decel zone here. So we should expect that. So I feel like it's on Lons still after looking at digesting it.
And Brudski looks like he's looking at the tail of the tape. This information is really telling. So this is the semis. So that's Brudski up front. Right, so Brudski's up front. 50, 49, 48 miles per hour. And remember, Mayer went way off course. And Brudski 40 miles per hour. He's going 43. And that's with nobody in tow.
So we're looking at that just kind of in a comparison.
By comparison to what we're seeing from Brudski, was it a dramatic by comparison lead run from Brudski? Was it very dramatic? Was it out of character?
Yes.
By comparison?
Very well put, Jared. That's kind of the word I was looking for. Like, was it like trending data, or was it out of character?
Yeah, was it in the same vein? Was it in the same speed? Because looking at Brudski on this lead run, again, slowing down to 39, 40 miles per hour as going back to the pits. Brudski.
not that fast though. He's probably at 4 or 5.
Yeah, no, obviously. I'm just kind of looking over my shoulder and looking at all the Race Data Labs info and seeing again, is it within a reasonable rate of slowing down? When we come back, we'll find out.
Yes, we will.
We'll find out. So again, we have yet to deem fault, but Brudski, I mean, he can take a competition timeout regardless. Inspect the car, get the car, use it, abuse it. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Lons, Brudski? Is it going to be the kid or the champ? When we come back, no sympathy. No, again, Lons doesn't care. He wants to get this thing. Let's take it to the top when we come back.
Vibe and live loud. This is what we are.
The best machines have a heart, and it's your responsibility to protect what drives you forward. Because when the heart performs, everything performs. No limits, no compromises, pure performance. Ineos.
All right, so we are looking at, that is a 10-minute allotment because the judges have deemed Lons is at fault. Just came in way too hot, and Brudski was at a comparable speed compared to the previous battle. So,
which is a tool we've never been able to lean on, which I think is really cool to see.
Not at all.
To kind of evaluate that trending data of a single driver.
Yeah, no more objections. Look at that, Brudski jumping on the case right now. So there he is. So 10 minutes, he's gonna take a look, make sure no arms, because that's the contact was made on, on that right side, right? That right side. Front right, back right, kind of ripped it off. So, all right, so Brudski, his team jumping to it. They do have 10-minute allotment. I think that's smart. Check that alignment. Make sure nothing's out of tow.
Absolutely. They got, this is just another Friday for these guys. They'll be able to handle that. There's no major damage. Just kind of a nut bolt check the toe, see what's going on here. So we're going to break it down here while we also take a look at that 10-minute allotment competition timeout. As you can see, Brudski just doing his own thing, as we already deemed him not at fault, and Lon just coming in out of the pocket, just way too hot. As you can see the delta here in Wally, you can see, not sure, the Ghost is Brudski's previous run, so he's on par with, I believe they took that from his last battle, if I'm not mistaken, but you can see it was nothing unusual, I guess, in the Brudski camp as far as slowing down unusually or kind of
out of character. Yeah, it wasn't, didn't seem malicious or intentional or anything like that. And yeah. All right, so just like that, low in the car, good to go.
Just going.
Plenty of time. And again, Lons, did Lons call a comp timeout?
He was ready to run.
Oh, he did. So he was ready to run, but you know what? Why not? It's the second half of this battle. He is at a deficit. Why not make sure? Because now he's going to be up front. Brudski's going to be chasing him down. He could throw a heat of a run, maybe throw Brudski off, force it one more time. That's really the best case scenario for him, because again, Lons, the 15-year-old driver, is at a major deficit, forcing that contact, and Brudski's rip-roaring, ready to go, throwing on, strap him in,
getting suited and booted.
There's Cameron Sorensen. Congratulations! Look at that smile. Atta boy, big Cameron Sorensen. So sick. I know, I almost did. All right, there's Brandon, his brother, his big bro.
Good stuff.
Yeah. So very cool, Cameron there in the camo sweatshirt. We're going to be seeing him do battle tomorrow. Brandon, why are you so concerned, dude? Brandon Sorensen, so serious, dude.
So angry.
Smile a little bit, bud. There we go. There it is. Wait, you can't see him. All I see is a head.
It's a floating.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, we're still on you, bud.
All right, so there's Brandon Sorensen. We'll see him do battle as Amanda Sorensen. We saw her earlier, the Rockstar energy drink driver. And now here comes Dmitry Brudski. Lons, do we have eyes on him? Where is he at? All right, so the second half of this final battle, Cameron Sorensen locked in on third. And there's Tyler Mayer sitting, again, just outside that podium spot. What a day it's been. Hey, round of applause for all our drivers, teams, crews, and everybody. Round of applause. Make some noise, Stafford. Want to see each and every one of you back here tomorrow and see some action. And of course, want everybody to bring a friend. Bring three. Yep. Okay, so here we go, back. Time for some action. And
still waiting for
Cameron. Yeah, Lons still waiting for him, but his clock has got to be expiring. He had again a 5-minute allotment, but I think that's a smart move, a smart play. If I'm Lons, call it. You have, again, you have it, use it.
Yeah.
You have it, why not use it? So here's the second half of this battle. Airing it out, Brudski just never settle that BMW. E46, the Wally strapped atop. By the way, happy birthday to Cassidy Tanaka, a pivotal member of our Formula Drift team. It's her birthday today. Also, so Mario's birthday today, part of the Papadakis racing team. Oh. Happy birthday to them. Happy birthday to Bree Lane. I guess it's her birthday Sunday, or Bree's birthday Sunday. I don't know. No real active FD fan. So as we get ready to rip. So again, the party continues for PROSPEC at Indy. Talking about that Lucas Oil Indy track, and then it ends and culminates at Las Vegas Motor Speedway at the Bull Ring. That's where we will crown a 2026 champion. There's Lawns, Braden Lawns, no sympathy. Is that a sponsor or just like a motto? We got two. We got no sympathy, never settle. Like just motto. We got
never not settle.
Yep.
Never sympathize.
All right, we got sympathize. We got two motivational sponsored drift vehicles. Never settle and no sympathy. Lawns will lead, and Brudski will give chase. Reminder, this is the second half of the battle. Lawns will lead, Brudski will chase him down. Brudski with a ton of family here in the building. Lawns coming to us from Oklahoma. OKC. Here we go, let's send it! Stafford, Connecticut. Lawns or Brudski, 15 years old, guaranteed a podium. Take it all the way to the top. Let's send it! Stafford. Lawns needs to throw down a heater of a run. Brudski chasing him down. He has a major advantage. Lawns throws it in on the bank. Brudski right there in tow. Look at Lawns, a rock solid lead run, but Brudski not letting him go, avoiding that smoke trail. Not getting lost in the sauce, goes into the outside zone through the power alley, goes Lawns. He's doing everything he can to throw off Brudski, but unfazed, unflappable. Dimitri Brudski confidently crossed the finish line. Lawns
mowing the lawn.
And there it is, Brudski, a little celebratory donut. He had control of his vehicle.
Yeah, well beyond the finish line.
Yeah, that was well beyond the finish line. Again, he knows what was going down there. Let's take a look at the Racer Network replay.
All right, got that number 13, Braden, getting his potentially final lap here. I think that's safe to say here. We got the finals going on here. Brudski, very temperament. That's what we expected here. He's got nothing to lose, or everything to lose if he's too aggressive and throws it away. So great job on him. That's former champ. That's what you do. And Lawns is doing a great job here. I love seeing the new blood showing us what's up, especially in his first season here. It's just absolutely amazing driving all weekend from this guy. As you can see, he wasn't overdriving the car as a lot of guys in this position do when they have a deficit like that, and he just did a great job of checking all the boxes once, twice, and that's going to seal his fate here. So my hat off to you, sir.
Some great driving by so many drivers today. Thoroughly impressed by the catalog of vehicles and drivers and personalities. Absolutely incredible. Cameron making his way over here. Yeah, young podium there. What, 15 and Cameron's 13?
Yeah, and then 40.
Yeah, and then 40 years old. So the ages of Braden and Cameron don't even equate to the age of Dimitri.
Yep.
That's amazing. Absolutely incredible. Dimitri, do the backflip. Come on. Tommy the Mayor's going to show you. Get TLO out there. All right, just back up just a touch there. And once they get out of their cars,
let it breathe.
We'll let you know. All right, so there is the lineup. Couple BMWs and an S13 out on top, like I said. I believe Cameron's 13, if I can remember. 13,
14.
13, 14, and again, 14 years old, thank you. So 14 years old, I believe that's the youngest driver ever to podium in Formula Drift history, PROSPEC and Pro. PROSPEC for sure. And all right, getting outside of the vehicle, Dimitri and Cameron.
It is its birthday,
yeah.
250.
All right, yeah. Happy birthday, America. All right, waiting for Braden to step outside of the vehicle. Some hugs from his son, from Dimitri. Braden Lawns, we know his wing's a little hurt there. He talked about it. All right, so waiting for Lawns to get outside his vehicle. We'll announce the podium, and we will be giving out the trophies. And again, we do have 2 bottles of non-alcoholic champagne for the underage kids.
Got some cider?
Got
All
some
right.
cider for the kids, right? Like Thanksgiving, right? You got the champagne, then you got the NA stuff. All right, here we go. Here are our finishers at round 2 of the Link Engine Management ProSpec Championship. First time on the Formula Drift podium, 3rd place here at Stafford Speedway. Coming to us from Las Vegas, 14 years young in the Optima batteries, BMW, Cameron Sorensen. Congratulations, homeboy. And now your winner here, and that you will know who gets 2nd place. Your winner here, Stafford, Connecticut, round 2, Link Engine Management ProSpec Championship, Mr. Never Settle, Dimitri Brutski gets the win. Never Settle gets it done with family in tow, 15 miles down the road. Gets to party and sleep in his own bed tonight with his wife by his side. Congratulations. And that means 2nd place goes to 15-year young Braden Lawns. Braden Lawns, 2nd place here at Stafford Speedway from OKC. No Sympathy, Never Settle, and Cameron Sorensen, the red, white, and blue. Lorette, down to you with our winner.
So much relief. Congratulations, Dimitri Brutski. You have been waiting for this moment. And tonight, the driving required so much aggression and precision. How did you balance the 2?
I think Ngusha said once, luck is part of skill, and we definitely had some of that. I also had the best supporting crew over here, my family, my church, my pastor, Breakthrough Worship Center, woo, let's go! And that definitely reflected. And these kids, man, you know what I mean? You can take it easy, and definitely got lucky. I don't know if I would be able to match this guy's driving. Well, I would try. I think we had it, but anyways, my team, Never Settle, the whole family and Breakthrough Worship Center, let's go, woo, to the top.
And Dimitri, this obviously means so much to you.
Yeah, thank you guys. Woo!
Ladies and gentlemen, Dimitri Brutski.
Thank you so much, Lorette, for asking all the right questions. Thank you so much. Congratulations, Dimitri Brutski. Again, Braden Lawns, wow, what a run. And Cameron Sorensen, again, 14, 15 years old, 2nd and 3rd. But again, congratulations, Never Settle, Dimitri. We know what he's capable of. And Dimitri Brutski jumps to the top with a 3rd place finish in Atlanta and now getting the win here in Connecticut. Brutski takes the lead. Webb slides into 2nd. Lawns jumps up to 3rd. Talaska in 4th. Cameron Sorensen slides into 6th. Jerry Johnson, Aiden Copham, Matthew Bystrak, Sam McMoomey. Then you got Sean Booth, Dustin Farrell, Nick Jimenez, Adam Heichman, and Hard Candy Shelly Hansen. All right, Matt Sopa, thank you so much, brother.
No, thank you. It's always a privilege and so much fun, especially this round. We got to experience this new track. I can't wait to see what we do in Indy. And I'll see you guys at the start line tomorrow.
See you at the start line. Matt Sopa, get back to work. We'll see you on the start line tomorrow. We'll see you online, or we'll see you another time. Thank you to Chris Yule. Thank you to Ryan Sage. Thank you to our judges. Thank you to the fans. Thank you, Lorette Nickel, Matt Sopa. I'm Jared DeEnda. We'll see you back here tomorrow, 3 o'clock, for our main event, Top 32, going down at 3 to 6:30, and then Top 16 at 8 o'clock. We won't stop until we find out who wins round 4 of the Formula Drift Pro Championship. I'm Jared DeEnda. Send it, Stafford, Connecticut, Stafford Speedway.